versus like D&D, where D&D is mostly like combat based. This is like story based, I feel.
Perhaps.
It depends. It's a little bit more narrative focused and a little bit more
Yeah,
freeform, but
that's what I
for
mean, narrative.
Look
Yeah,
at you
but
and your
for our
narrative
purposes,
focus.
I am never
like
focused.
D&D works just fine.
Yeah. I mean, D&D's, I feel like, is more focused on combat, while that system was focused more on the narrative.
I said
Dude,
D&D
just
has a lot
created
more fleshed out
friendships
combat
and-
rules.
Yeah, D&D has more fleshed out combat rules, but like you've created a canon just out of pure curiosity. We're currently role playing through the possibly tragic backstory of Rogue Blades, and I just created
Yeah.
internships in a medieval society.
I guess as long as you're able to interact with people, it can be narrative.
Yeah, like there's plenty of.
To be honest, we have had 5 sessions per combat. 5 sessions
we've
per
had
combat
about
session.
1 combat every 5 sessions, yeah. So how dare you say there's no RP?
Because we have a bad
just
DM.
RP. Welcome to the R podcast, am I right?
You literally have a character that's based around using RP to get out of combat situations.
Yeah,
That is
hello,
true.
That and a
nice to
cannon.
meet you. Like, I'm pretty sure through RP, I have ended more combats than we've been in.
And that's okay, because that's what the game is about.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just
Maybe.
remember, the points don't matter. The points don't
One day,
matter.
you're gonna have to stab someone.
But what if they
Oh,
do matter?
I'm
okay
not
with
keeping
that.
points, Rogue. It's fine.
I mean,
The
Rogue did
points
stab
don't
someone
matter.
through the eye.
I did.
To the back of their head. to their eye,
Accidentally!
and had their eyeball on there.
Accidentally!
It was
Okay?
totally on purpose.
It was accidental.
Yeah, I accidentally Misty stepped onto the back of the
I
rug and
I
accidentally
didn't mean to kill them.
and accidentally
Whenever I
stabbed
touch people, they die.
I accidentally
And you
stabbed
intentionally
them.
touched that person, didn't you?
Look, it's not my fault. I thought,
Did
oh,
they
maybe
consent,
this guy,
Rogue?
maybe this
Rogue,
guy
did
will
they
just
consent?
be,
Did they give you consent for
maybe
them,
this
for you
guy
to
will
touch
just
them?
be,
Did they
alive
consent for
after
you to
I
touch
hit him,
them?
and I can jump down and run
No,
away.
no. Is that a no?
No.
How could you?
Maybe this guy will be alive. No, he's dead. Damn. But we
Okay.
move on. We go forward. We overcome.
Winton. Or was it Wilson? No,
Wilson.
Wilton. It was Wilton.
Wilson.
You know, I figured out a great way to make names. See, what you do is you go to your
Start with
yearbook
the first
and you
letter,
scroll
go to
through the
next
pages
letter.
and find a random person in your yearbook and use their name.
What a way.
What
of
if you
doing
run out
names.
of people in your yearbook?
Then you go into your next yearbook.
This is not a problem for me, as I
shit,
have
hold on.
like
Stream's having
1,500 people
issues.
in my
Give me a second.
yearbook.
I have like, I think it was like, I don't even know. I know my high school was fairly large. I think it was like 1,000 students at least. And then you also have faculty,
Faculty.
yeah, faculty in the book as well.
Yeah, but they're all named John.
I thought you were gonna say
Smith.
they're all named Johnson, and it was like, yeah, that does
What's wrong
line
with
up.
the name John? Thank you very much.
It's John Smith. It's the most common name in America.
The most common name in America is Muhammad.
That's why I call every single girl I meet.
You go
with
to
that.
one town and it's all John Smith. Every last person there is named John Smith.
Man, I'm so happy no one here. His name is John.
Everyone's like, "Hey, John," and then everyone
God
goes,
damn,
"Hey."
what would we do if someone here was named John?
Yeah, I don't know what I could do. I don't know what I could. I don't know if I could contain myself.
I'd probably say Johnny. But not like
Is
Johnny
that
as
Johnny
in like
boy?
not like Johnny as in like the like gins, like in terms of
Johnny.
like magical wish granting creatures, not that kind of Johnny.
Not that kind of
Johnny as in like
Johnny
JHONNY
Johnny from the
or
block.
JONNY. Johnny as
As
in
in Johnny from the block.
A name, not a classification. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a second. I'm gonna fuck up my Wi-Fi antenna for a sec. See if I can get the signal fixed.
I'm going to the John.
What if someone's name was Toilet? What would you do?
Call them by it.
His name's Turlet Water.
Hi,
That's his
Toilet
name.
Water.
That's his name. I would use it.
Tristan, if you got to change your name to whatever you want, what would you change your name to? No, you're not allowed to
Turlet
call
Water.
yourself Turlet Boy.
I feel like he would change his name to his furry name.
I feel like your
I
furry
mean, don't
name's
wanna jinx
Lemon
it, but I think
Laffy
I fixed
Taffy.
it.
Hello, everybody. I'm your dungeon daddy.
Tristan,
I don't
you
like
have to
it,
say
but
open
that's
RP.
what I've been titled.
And
We're not ready for that yet.
before
I
that,
called you Dungeon
Tristan,
Master on my stream.
I need to know.
I'm the dungeon. One day we're gonna do an all bard, and I'm
Tristan,
gonna be the
one
dungeon
day,
maestro.
Tristan, hear me out. One day, I come up to you and I hold out my hands to you, my soft hands. I hold them out to you, and I open both of them up, and there's a yellow Laffy Taffy in both of them, and I say, one of them is lemon, one of them is banana. Choose your fate. What do you do?
Lemon Laffy Taffy doesn't sound that bad, if I'm being
You
honest.
Would
said
you like
the
to-
lemon like Ben Shapiro would say lemon.
Would you like to know what I would do in that situation, Tegan?
You can answer as well.
I would eat both Laffy Taffy at the same time.
I don't know what to do in this situation. This has never happened before.
Sorry, I'm allergic to yellow number 5.
Bum, 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 da-da-da-da.
If I was allergic to yellow number 5, all that would happen is I would eat the taffy quicker.
The suffering will end
Kill
sooner.
me! Kill me!
I'm
I wish
finally
to die.
free!
I wish to
Finally
die.
free!
I wish to die.
I don't have to move my
Laura
house
wakes up
again.
into hell and it's just constantly on a Discord call with us.
Oh,
All
you're
right,
here
you
too,
ready
sir?
for the
Welcome.
D&D sessions every day?
It's just Nazca drumming on his desk for eternity.
Oh, Czar, you're here as well. Welcome.
Yo, dogs, are we all good to
Oh,
play
Jesus.
D&D?
Hi, I'm Tristan. I'm the Ace of Ham. I'm your dungeon.
I meant
daddy
in
for this
hell,
evening.
but like, you know, that also works.
Tegan, tell him.
Hi, I'm Tegan, also known as Sherlock Bones, and I'm playing your roguiest boy, Rogue Blades.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say you're the roguiest since you refuse to kill, but
Oh my god, it's not a refusal, it's a general uncomfortability.
so like Chica from World Trigger.
Naska, tell
Who
us about
is
yourself.
World Trigger?
Bang, bang,
Look,
bang.
my balls. I am Naska.
I was expecting that one. I
And
got caught.
I'll be playing Roxanne this evening.
Czar.
Hi, I am Czar Beefcake. I play Robert Bob Lynn, a former goblin and now lizard folk bard. And as you have most likely heard over the last few minutes, my suffering is both epic and eternal.
Hey,
Woo!
but at least it makes you feel something.
Bob's gonna live on. He's gonna be the sufferer, the suffering.
I feel like
Bob-
Roxanne and
Bob
Rogue
and
are
Beefcake
both gonna die, and
have
Bob
been
will
dead
live on.
inside for years, and the suffering is just their default state now.
Hey, at least the pain we cause you is something you feel.
Bob the suffering wanderer. What did he call him?
It's less
Bob the
active pain,
Rebuilder?
Nazca, and more of just like a general depression.
Hey, depression is still a feeling.
Oh,
Depends on if it manifests as being numb.
I've
Numb is still a
become
feeling.
so numb. Is a lack of feeling a feeling?
Can you feel the lack of feeling?
Yeah.
I'll
Then
feel
yes,
you.
it is a feeling, isn't it?
Just feel your depression. You'll stop being depressed instantly because
All
you'll
I
have
know is that I am
feelings.
crawling in my skin, and my wounds, they will not heal.
It's like a little orb in my chest, and I can touch it every now and then.
Oh, so
It
you touch
pulsates.
I'm gonna
It
change my
pulsates.
headset battery before we get started, so I don't have to hear Naska's follow up to that statement.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, the marble drink.
I am the marble drink.
No, not again. I can't go
Ooh,
through
what
them
should I
again.
drink today?
Actually, I have
Where is
you're
my
lucky,
dice roller? Why?
have-
I always move my dice roller because I
I
never
have 2
fucking remember
Dr.
where it
Pep
is.
large Dr. Peppers from McDonald's that I'm finishing.
I got a Dr.
Why do you
Pepper.
have two? How
I
did
got
you
a
get
Dr. Pepper.
two?
I got
When
another Dr. Pepper.
you see, I ordered on my app, and I ordered a quarter pounder combo large with no pickles or onions and a large Dr. Pepper no ice. And then I ordered another large Dr. Pepper no ice.
That's so much.
That's
Wait,
a lot of high
aren't,
fructose corn
aren't
syrup.
McDonald's drinks like $1 no matter the
That's a
size?
Yes,
double quarter
it's
pounder
a
with
dollar
cheese.
no
Double,
matter
triple
what.
quarter
That's
pounder with cheese.
McDonald's and Sonic are the 2 places that I'll always get a drink. 'Cause
I'll have
McDonald's is the price is worth it. And
I think I have strawberry, cherry, and orange
can
vanilla
I have one
seltzers.
fry?
and then Sonic is
Can
half
I have
off
one
their
fry?
drinks if you order through the app. And
I'll have
they a good, like they have like mix-ins that are good. Otherwise, all other places they mark up the prices of drinks way too much than they're worth.
Yo, can I get some Tampico with like some ice and Swedish
I'll get you a
fish in it?
tampon.
Should I go for cherry, strawberry, or orange vanilla
Orange vanilla.
seltzer? I got it. I'll be right back.
I thought you were gonna say
Again?
what cherry it is.
What?
Oh, dear Lord. It's okay. It's okay. Where's my thing?
It's like 20 feet. It's gonna take me.
Twitch Paid is unofficial fan content policy. Put it under the fan content policy. Not approved or endorsed by Wizards. Portions of the materials used are property of Wizards of the Coast. Copyright Wizards of the Coast LLC. I almost got that right.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah, we don't endorse Wizards here.
They don't endorse us.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, there's no money. There's no money coming our way from Wizards.
Unfortunately. Unless they
That
want
paid
to.
content checkbox remains unchecked, and my student loan balance remains high. If Wizards would like to change that, they're welcome to reach
If they'd
out.
like to slide into our DMs. They can do that. And they
I
certainly
won't
can.
check them though, because I never actually go on my Twitter, so it's okay.
Oh, I was referring to like Discord or like sending an email.
Back with...
The amount of people
I
that
don't check
know.
those either.
So if you want to get in contact with us, check the people who actually check their emails and messages.
If you want to get in contact with us,
find
wait,
Naska
we'll
on
get in
LinkedIn.
contact with you.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get in contact with us. We get in contact with you.
Yeah, we're gamers.
Our team
like
will
that.
contact your team, and we'll get it sorted out from there.
When we feel like it.
Just have this general feeling that you want to be associated with us, and we'll be able to feel that.
Yeah,
Why is Zard's name Czar Beefcake on the server?
he's our. That's
that was
Right,
from
that's
when
his
we were
name.
playing Baldur's Gate 3 because our character names really didn't apply then. I can fix it later.
that's Czar. That's Czar.
I will
Beefcake.
always be Rogue. I will always be Rogue Blades.
Me too.
In my heart of hearts.
Mom,
I
it's not a
always be Little
phase.
Blades.
I've become Rogue Blades.
Okay. Well, should we play GNG? Is everyone ready now?
I've been ready.
I'm ready.
I've
Czar's
watched
been-
3 episodes of
That's a mistake.
Dimension 20.
Yeah, and now you're gonna play as good as them, or else I'm gonna take away your inspiration.
You have to
Let's
save for
open
every bardic
RP.
inspiration.
Can I get a Moxie?
Do it. No, I opened RP. If you ever say that again, you will face my wrath. Well, last time when we played Dungeons and Dragons a while ago, like 2 weeks ago, I don't remember anymore. You made it to Marmalade. What's the name of this city? It's only written really big in the corner. You made it to Marmalade. You made it here. You got off your boat. And you went to Bob's favorite place, the Bouncing Banjo Inn, where you quickly learned it had fallen upon hard times. And, Bob, you gave them a generous donation. And then Rogue also gave them a generous donation. And then you went to the College of Magics, where you quickly and succinctly and devastatingly convinced all of them that their new goal in life should be to bring about field work and extra credit activities by convincing their bards amongst their college to go and work at the Bouncing Banjo Inn.
Well, actually, it's a practicum, which means it's required for graduation.
Now
That's much better.
It's like stand-up night at the Bouncing Banjo Inn, but it's required.
Any student who does not show up will not be graduating.
There will be a head count. There will be a.
There's also
a little
only
piece
one
of-
night you can
There
do it, and
will
it
be
lasts all
a board
day.
passed around. Yeah, there will be a board passed around with where you have to write your name on it, and if your name is not on that, you are not graduating.
Also,
wanna
the
know the
board will
worst fucking
accidentally
part
not get
is
passed around to
that-
like half the people.
I have given
Yeah.
the owners of the Bouncing Banjo Inn so much power over the local bard industry because unless they provide a favorable review of the bard, the person will not pass.
That guy was
Oh,
kind
have
of
to do it
shit.
again.
Oh dear Lord.
You must
The
appease
bounties.
the children.
Well, we'll see how that goes. Uh,
We come back to Marmalade in 2 months, and the entire city is on fire.
No, like that entire
Meanwhile-
quarter goes from being the poor quarter to the rich quarter. The Bouncing Banjo Inn at the center of it all.
All of a sudden, the owner becomes the mayor of the city.
And I would like to bestow Bob with this wondrous great key to the city for being so cool.
And then,
And then,
Bob's gonna go
Rogan.
through and try to convince everyone to become lizards.
Rogue and Roxanne and Jibblejop and Kelly. The
Went
four of you all
shopping.
went shopping and didn't buy anything.
Yeah, it was all expensive.
Did anyone hear the car honking outside my
No,
window?
I did not.
Well, that's good. It was loud. Okay.
What kind of honk did it sound like?
It was like someone about to get into a crash kind of a honk, it sounded like.
Good to know.
Yeah, but there was no crash sound, so I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not going to check.
as the day begins to turn towards, evening, essentially. Bob, you had just left the College of Magics, now being recognized as Bob the Rebuilder, the great
Rebuilder.
hero of the Bouncing Banjo Inn. You head your way over, I
The
assume,
game's
towards
paused.
where your friends said they
So
were
you're aware.
going. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Hey.
I was going to be trying to meet up with them.
Hey, Rogue, you want to see if they have the rest of the collections of the amazing the little comic books?
Mm-hmm.
Bob would
Maybe
Bob would
we
arrive
can
to it
complete-
this time.
Maybe we can complete your comic books, especially after your mom burnt the rest of them.
She did what?
What? Yeah, when she mentioned she burned the other ones, so maybe we can find some
Bob,
to
you
replace them.
definitely hear that shout from down the street
Oh,
too.
Maybe we can find some to replace them.
Bob
can
will
make a-
hustle.
I can make a fancy binding cover that's fireproof.
You can see Rogue is absolutely just
And it was
deflated.
at that moment that Rogue became a real murderer.
Please don't stab my eye out.
Rogue is
Hey, so it
just
turns out they were really,
completely
really into the
deflated.
idea of a practicum at the Magic College. How are you guys doing?
Hey, that's good to hear.
All the rings
Wrong,
are
bro.
cost too much.
You can see Rogue is visibly misty-eyed now.
Yeah,
I have,
like he's-
I have received some very serious medical news.
oh no, what happened? I thought you guys were just going shopping.
My
I was
mom
telling
burned
him that
my
we-
comic books.
I was telling him we can find some to replace the ones that he lost.
You didn't tell him when you gifted him the other ones.
I kind of just
You-
like
Held
Ran-
that close to
I-
the chest until now, Roxanne.
you see, I got I feel my brain cannon.
This is going to take
Awkward
some
pause.
processing.
It's okay, Rogue. We'll be able to get you some new ones. And you know what? They're
Ooh.
going to be even more valuable because you'll have gotten them with your money that you got from pirating.
And you can have Captain Ali sign them all, since you know him.
You're right. You're right. How much do you think Captain Alley's gonna charge to sign them?
I mean, you're part of the crew, so I don't think anything.
You hear in your head, 25 gold pieces each, babe.
I assumed something like that.
All right.
So
Gotta
amazing
keep
how
my
they have that right.
signature valuable.
Actually, you know what? I wonder if
Bob's thinking this is scary.
a city this size has to have a collectible shop of some kind. Anders Reliquary. Is that a collectibles place or is it just like magical trinkets mostly?
There was just a surfer dude in there.
There are like collectible things. They were already there. They didn't really have like comic books, but there were certainly lots of like if you wanted any sort of like what would you call it? Fancy kitchenware made out of a material that's not normally made out of. So like any sort of precious metal or like a gem of some kind, they had lots of stuff like that. If you wanted like weird knickknacks, weird little toys carved out of different materials, they had stuff like that. Then lots and lots of like enchanted things and some potions.
There's a place called
Is there
Is it really called
Yeah, it's
Fuck!
3 A's. It's 3 A's.
That's not supposed to be there.
That's the tree.
So that's the thing that was there so I could copy it and move it around to name everyone else's things.
That's the
and that was just
tree.
there because it's in a central location so I can grab it. And I thought I deleted that.
I was just gonna say that that's actually over a tree, so that's just where the elven mechanics are.
That's
where
the
AAA is
tree.
headquartered.
That's
the odd
AAA.
tree.
Yeah, that's the AAA.
Like they fix carts there and shit.
Have you
and tow
heard
them
of
when
the
they break
high
down.
elves? They can't get out of this tree.
Fuck, that is what they do there. They sell horses and fix carts there. That's literally the thing. That's
There you
AAA.
go.
Okay, well that's AAA now.
What does it
Okay.
stand for in this?
It's
What does it
canon.
stand for?
So, do I remember of any places that would actually deal in things like comic books or like sort
There
of like
are
paper
some-
collectibles?
There are some print shops that would definitely have like bookshelf worth of different things to sell essentially. There is also the Library of the College of Magics right here, which
we
is where
wanna
you
be
were
able
just
to
at your
take
meeting.
We want to be able to take the books, though.
Mhm.
With libraries, we have to return them.
So which is closer, the print shop or the College of Magics?
There are a
Yep.
couple print shops in town. There's one just over here in this guild hall.
Okay. Come on, Rogue. We're gonna try and track something down for you.
Okay, but if that doesn't work, I do have new ways of relieving stress that I have recently discovered.
Murder.
I don't need any more details than that, Rogue.
Does it involve your sword?
I don't want to talk about
I don't
it.
like where this is going.
Yeah, I don't either. Anyway, the print shop.
Yeah, you guys head to a print shop. So like most of the world, there's not like a complete collection of stuff, but there are plenty of so what would you call them? Clerical workers, but not like a cleric is in religious, like a cleric is in their job is to copy over different manuscripts and such. And there is one a wizardly person, not like a super high level wizard, just a person who kind of has prestidigitation, minor illusion, spells like that can be used to kind
Like
of
an artificer?
create a temporary create a temporary illusion on papers which can then be copied over. And
Also,
you
like
can
a
have
trace
different
outline.
yeah, you can have different copies of things made. Yes. And then they do have within the guild hall there is a collections, so if there's any sort of common printed work, you can get a copy made of it.
Fantastic. Hello, sir. How are you this fine day?
Ooh, that's been pretty cool
Hello.
machinery you got there.
You can see it's a little halfling man, short, kind of pale skin, sitting behind a desk with a chair that looks like it has a couple books stacked on it and then a cushion, so that he's as tall as this desk that must have initially been made for a human. Just looking out from behind, wearing just this long, like red robe. So most of the like officials of this city would be wearing a robe that corresponds with the color of whatever church they're a member of. So in this case, reds are usually
The
Arathis.
Bloods versus Crips.
So red robes in this city are usually members of the like bureaucracy of the Church of Arathis here.
Mhm.
So this guy would just be like a clerical worker from that church.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yes, a friend of mine met with some misfortune recently. We're looking to hopefully see if you might know where to find, or even maybe have any back episodes of the Captain Alley comics.
oh, Captain Alley. We don't have people looking for comic books very often here. I can look in the back though. Let me give me a moment.
Excellent.
See,
Thank you.
he kind of steps back, steps into he like steps through a door, and you hear, "Could we get a look up on Captain Alley comic books?" And
we could
he
go to
kind
the
of
library and have them.
you sense like a moment of like awkward standing, as he doesn't he probably doesn't often get asked for things that would require a lookup. They're probably usually like a map of the city or something like that. So
Mhm.
you guys wait. Probably good. Yes, Roxanne.
Can I admire the machinery and like
It is
investigate the
behind a
work?
door, but you do hear some like shuffling of papers. Like someone must be going through some sort of like filing cabinet.
Hmm. They have
You
a filing cabinet system. Wonder how they order it.
you can see one of them another person comes out too with him, both of them carrying two big stacks of paper, and they put them on the desk and they go, we have well, we've got here, looks like seasons 1 through 3 of the first edition of Captain Alley
Which ones were you
on
missing, Rogue?
record.
The first season, season 2, 1 through 4, and the third season.
Did you say 1 through 4? And then
Yes,
the third
in
season?
the second season, comics 1 through 4.
You have the fifth one, right? That's the
I
one
have the
Roxanne
fifth
got for
one
you?
to the 12th one is the ones Roxanne got for me.
Yes, okay. So they
We're
have
just
1 through
missing
3 of the first season, so you're just missing, 4 through 12, and then all of the third season now. and then the first
Wait,
half
no,
of the
I have
second
issues
season.
5 to 12 of season 2.
Yes. So they have 1 through 3 of season 1.
Oh,
Okay.
it's better than nothing. I will take all of them.
Yep. How much
Okay,
for
we
a
can get
copy
those
of-
copied over for you. That'll be let's see. This is these are big. That's it's about 20 pages each. 3 episodes. I'd say probably 3 silver pieces. We can get those copied for you. Have them ready tomorrow afternoon.
All right, Bob will end up paying for them.
Oh, I was gonna. Rogue was thinking about paying more to have them done quicker.
I don't
But that's
think you
all
can
good.
pay them to have them go faster.
I will try.
The quality
No.
tends to decrease dramatically if we do it too
I
fast. We need
wouldn't want
we'll get a
that.
scribe in, and they'll work along with one of the clericals overnight. Get it copied over.
All right.
I mean, you can buy the originals, but we'll still need to copy them first.
I
The
would
originals
like
will be a
the
little bit more
originals.
expensive.
How much would the
Okay,
originals
that'll be.
be?
I say. How much are comic book? Do we have a sell guide for the original, please? Let's call it a gold piece each. So let's call it 3 gold pieces.
All right, I'll pay that now, and I'll be back for them tomorrow. All right, I
Okay.
will pay the
He gives
gold,
back 3 silver pieces.
and I'll give the silver
I'll put it
back
back in my
to
pocket.
Bob.
Yeah. All right. And do you know of any other places in town we might be able to find the other back issues?
Well, there's a couple libraries in town. I bet you could find some some stuff over at the College of Magics, and well, no, if you went to a couple other print shops in town, they might have other copies. I know there's who was it? He kind of thinks for a second. I'm gonna have him make a history check. Okay. I now that I'm thinking about it, now you're bringing it up, there was this guy. He was kind of quiet. He came into town like a couple years ago. Dropped off a bunch of them to be printed.
Didn't say a lot of words.
I wonder who that could be.
We haven't really seen them. They kind of sold out, and they got distributed the couple of editions out to some magazine shops. But yeah, it's been quite a while since any of the editions been written. So yeah,
A silent
Bob will
guy,
start to
you
get
say?
suspicious and think that he may need to speak to a certain silent member of the crew. It's like, all right, well, thank you so much for the advice. We'll try and hunt down the rest. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow for the originals.
Okay. We'll have those by noon tomorrow.
Fantastic.
That's
And
great.
Bob will walk out of the shop and motion
Okay.
for the others to come with him.
You guys head out. If you
We'll
want
follow behind.
to
Bob.
search the rest of the city for other like magazines, shops, and stuff, we can see what you find. If you want that to be your evening's thing.
Before we do that, I think it's a good idea, and I was going to discuss it with these two. Look, he said a quiet guy
Oh,
came in.
there she goes.
We suspected Silent Steve may have been writing these things and cashing in on the Captain Alley
Wait, did he
comics.
actually say a quiet guy came in?
Yeah, that's why I started laughing.
So this is another piece of information that maybe we should speak to Silent Steve about whether or not he actually did write these. He might have.
I thought
Might have
that was a
copies of
joke,
originals that
but
we can
it
get
seems to have
created.
come true.
Seems like it may be the case.
Yeah, it seems like someone thought about it after it came
I would
alive.
never.
The meme became real. Oh no.
No.
Art finds a way.
So I say we talk to Silent Steve first, because that's just one person we have to track down. And if he does actually have copies where we can get reprints of the entire collection for you, then we
You
can
could
get
get
them
the
in
originals.
Yeah,
I
You
could
get
get
them
them
straight from the
directly
author
from the
himself.
SARS.
exactly.
I do like the sound of that.
So let's talk to Silent Steve, and then maybe that'll be the solution we need, and you'll have your whole collection back, and you'll even have it with you.
And the originals. Author edition. Editor's cut.
I am going to come back for these, though. I will not forget these. I hope.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, no, that's you paid $3 for those. I would expect you to
Yeah.
come back for them.
Yes.
Editor's cut. And then you could get them signed by the real Captain Alley. And then I can make up some sort of like
These are worth
Wait-
a fortune.
I can make up some sort of like really skewed like oh my gosh, my brain's blank. Like when you get
grading
need to
Pokemon
head
cards,
back to the ship anyway to figure out how long you were.
you know how like Pokemon cards, like they will get those
Graded,
grading system. Yeah, I can make up some cute. I can make up a grading system and just grade them really well, so then they're even worth more.
And
I like
people
how
can
our
send
epic
in their
transcontinental adventures have changed to recover the teenagers' comic collection.
And then,
Gotta catch them all.
and then we can, and then you can have them be as your family heirloom. Or a sword.
like
A
this
cool sword would
plan.
also be a really cool heirloom.
What's a sword gonna do for our family?
True, but comic books will entertain their kids. For
Exactly, for years.
generations.
What's a kid gonna
For
do with a
generations.
sword?
Stab someone's eyeball out.
Exactly. There's a reason why I got me eye patch. It's cause if you're wanting
Doesn't
to be,
like your eye patch like change every other day?
it's cause if you're wanting to go into a dark room, you need an eye that is already set up for the dark. So whenever I go into a dark room, I switch the eye patch. That it's
I
not
just
because
have dark
of the sword.
vision.
I
Don't you
also have
wait, you're
dark
an elf
vision.
as well. Don't you just have dark vision as well?
I also have dark
Instant
vision.
dark vision. No adjustments.
I also have dark vision. just in case. And blind sight, so I technically don't even need the. I could wear 2 eye patches and I could still
Where did
see.
you
know what?
get it?
You know, that would be kind of really.
Where did I get
intimidating,
blind
if a-
sight?
No, I know where you got it. You're a fighter. You're a dirty fighter.
Yeah, I am a fighter.
That would be kind of funny to have like a. You just show up in combat with 2 eye patches. That would be kind of terrifying.
My character
I will-
wears an eye patch for a bullshit reason, because he's filled with nothing but bullshit.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
back to the sea's deceit.
All right,
Back to the
we
seas
go.
to sea, where we go.
Oh
talk
man,
to
that was a big swim through there.
You walked across the bridge.
I'm pretty
No,
sure you
I
could just,
walked
I've
across
seen
the
you walk.
water.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure I've seen you walk on
I
water.
didn't. I
just
didn't
flew
do
over.
that.
Oh, you're saving it?
Yeah, I'm saving it. I don't want to just
Saving
spend
it
it
for canon
randomly.
reasons.
What if
Oh, you
Silent
head
Steve
back to the
stabs
ship.
me and I have to chase after him?
You head back to the ship. Ship's in port. You can see people still moving stuff off of your ship.
Oh,
Okay.
where is he? Where's that
Party,
guy?
bro. Where is he? Are you looking for
We gotta
Silent
find
Steve?
Silent
Yeah.
Steve.
Okay, before you do anything, you look for Silent Steve. Go ahead and make me some investigation or perception.
Can I use
checks.
advantage with my
or
rock to have?
survival, technically.
Can I have my rock also help me
Track
look
him
You
down.
can,
around?
yes. You can have your rock help.
Not 20. I
11.
got a nat 20.
11.
Hot damn.
We're
Did
gonna
Bob do
find this
one?
guy.
We are gonna find this
got
guy.
I got a 17.
We're gonna find this guy right
I got a
goddamn
nat
now.
20.
The eye patch makes me, not very good at it.
Well,
But
you do
maybe-
some Scooby-Doo sleuthing on this ship,
The
looking
first
for
door
a
I
member of
opened.
the crew of the ship. You go there and you go in. You open the door, and across the room, sleeping, Silent Steve.
Do we
You
tie
can
him up?
see his mouth opening as if he was snoring, but no noise coming out.
Do we tie him up?
I don't think there's any reason to be unfriendly with him. I mean, we're on good terms.
True, and I think the only way he's gonna communicate is by writing.
Yeah, so if you tie him up, that might just mean he can't answer any of our questions.
That means he can't do any verbal components.
Is Steve a wizard?
You'll find out soon.
Do we even know now? This man's been creating comic books about Captain Alley. He could be anything.
He could be he could be any type of evil. He's the worst kind of person. A liar.
Comic book artist.
Oh, I
You
was
never, you never said, did you? You never asked him if he wrote that.
No,
Well, we're
but
going-
Captain
we're going to
Ali
ask
says they were greatly exaggerated.
Okay, okay.
So he's the worst kind of person, a liar.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I probably know
You go-
Silent
you go
Steve the
up-
best
you
since
go up
he's
to
my
your
cannon loader.
sleeping crewmate. You go up
He's-
to your
he-
sleeping
he
We
is my
all get
cannon loader that I
equidistant
taught.
triangle around him
You're surrounding
That way-
him on his
at-
hammock.
at a 20-foot distance. That way, if he fireballs, it only hits one of us.
We spread out our base so that if they already hit, they only hits 2 max.
You guys triangulate his position. You guys have. Oh dear lord. Okay.
I have my rod cover any exit path.
Okay, your rock is now hovering in the stairs up.
I put down
Well, there-
some beads on the stairs and they just roll. No. I put down some beads and they immediately roll to the side of the ship because
Walk.
you're on a ship.
Wait,
But I
before
don't
we
do
do
that.
it, wait, do I have something
The
that I can
beads
do?
just slosh back and forth.
Wait, let me look at my inventory. I have a really dumb idea.
Guys, be careful. Somebody put beads here.
Can I put like a tripwire on the exit so if he tries to run away, he trips?
Yeah.
Uh, Wait, do I have my... I didn't buy the immovable rod, did I? That would
No.
be really... I could stop the ship from moving.
I'm gonna attach the immovable rod.
I'm going to
much do you
bend
think
the
the ship
immovable
weighs?
rod around it, and then I'm going to attach it to the ship.
Look,
How much do
how about this? All right. While they're setting up traps and everything, Bob's
No,
just gonna
I-
walk over and gently put a hand on Silent Steve's shoulder and just be like, "Hey, Silent Steve,
There's a
Silent
moment-
Steve
there's
casts
a
disintegrate.
a breathless, eye-opening, just looks up at you, kind of cocks an eyebrow.
You have a minute? We've got an important question we need to ask.
He's gonna make an insight check. I need you to make.
On a 1, it fireballs you all.
Okay,
need
I
to-
need.
What do you need me to make?
I need. Are you disguising that you're about to ask about this thing in any way? What does the look on your face look like? That's what I need to know.
A family
I
member
mean,
just
relax.
died.
He doesn't think this is a big deal, so like, he's just looking casual. He's not looking.
As like me,
Casual.
as like Tristan and I, as like Rogan and I are
There's
in the
a
back
moment-
just
There's a
making
moment
traps.
as he like glances around the room, his eyes lock with yours, Bob, and his face, this sudden, slight, just minuscule shaking of his head that says, "Don't."
Look, here's the thing. All right, I don't really care if you are the author or not. I don't care if you're the distributor or not. I'm not planning on spreading the information outside this room. But Rogue Blades here. If you are the author distributor, huge fan of your work. And his mom just burned a portion of his collection. We're just looking to see if you have access to the rest of the pieces so that you
Bomb.
can have a full collection.
Smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb.
Really?
If you want to stop and roll initiative, motherfuckers.
Wait, really? Oh
You
shit!
don't have to kill him, but.
All right, roll
I'm
initiative.
not
Okay.
gonna set up a combat. I don't think you're gonna kill him, but
Hold
It
on,
depends
hold
how
on.
Oh,
hard
no,
he
you had-
runs.
No, you have to activate combat in order for us to roll initiative.
is that a true sentence?
I
Mhm.
just tried to click
Okay.
initiative button and it said
I
that.
clicked it.
Put in like some sort of giant ethereal being for Silent Steve's image.
Can't I just? Where do I go to add Silent Steve?
You're not rolling good.
Aren't
tonight.
you like the rogue? Shouldn't you be like going
I have a-
first?
I have a +6 to
He
this.
has
I rolled a 2.
surprised you. You've. Does anyone have the alert feat?
Do I? Let me look.
Also, did our traps get set up?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
traps all over.
My initiative is 15. Is that high enough? Or
I got a 19.
I don't know why you're not in the thing.
Oh, it's because he rolled just a normal. He did roll.
oh,
normal.
I don't see
It's
the combat
okay.
window. Oh wait, hold on.
If you
It's
open
okay,
up
we
your
don't need the
players,
combat.
Yeah,
where's
I'm
the
not
combat
in there.
music? If you open up your player card, and you click on
Oh,
it,
do
there
not
we go.
have the
Okay,
alert
I see
feat.
it now. I had to manually change it. There we go. 13 this time.
You're all higher than him, so it's fine. You still all three go before him after his surprise round. So, suddenly, a 20-foot square fills with smoke around him.
I didn't even get a chance to make a persuasion check just to tug on his heartstrings.
He's unpersuadable.
Oh,
He's
that
the-
is horseshit.
he's the
That is
strongest
bullshit.
opponent
It's
we've
not
ever faced.
Listen, it's not unpersuadable. I don't even think there was a. I listen. He responds instantly to the mention of it with this.
Oh, with
I
this,
will
okay.
say, like, I think he's been waiting.
He's
been waiting for
persuadable
someone.
though.
He's been
On,
ready.
on your turn, you can
He is
talk.
persuadable.
can I Maximilian
He's
Earth
just-
grasp him?
Well,
Well,
you
it's not
can't
your-
see him.
Yeah.
That's the one
Hmm.
problem. His turn happens. Roxanne.
What I want a Maximilian Earth grasp him, but I
Moment.
can't see him.
A strong wind will blow the smoke away. You are
I
aware of.
I don't
If
have
you can
anything
do
like that.
That's okay. That's fine. The room is
Wait,
filled
wait,
with
wait.
smoke. Essentially, is what I'm saying. So no one can see anything.
If I fairy fire him, will I be able to see him?
I
Says each object in a
believe
20.
Yes.
Each object
You
in a
can
20
fairy
foot.
fire in the room, and if he's in the room still, you definitely hit him.
All right, yeah.
Okay, you fairy fire. That's gonna be you and him and Bob would be affected by that. So dex save, I think. Is it dex save?
I threw it out.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so you see a lizard folk back where he was,
So
back
you
at
know
his hammock,
Bob's still in
suddenly illuminate, and then you look around and you see 5 feet before your trap, just at the exit, another humanoid figure illuminates.
So one's
I have
Bob
no
and then
strength,
one's
so-
They're
Biggie.
standing like 10 feet away from you now, Roxanne, as you had turned. And
Do I have a net?
Can I knock
that
this
was your
guy out?
action.
I don't have a bonus action. Wait. Do I? Let me see what. Oh, there is a bonus action button. Magic stone, stone grenade. No. Is it? What? Is there just like a list of stuff I can do? Bonus? Oh, there's a bonus action button. No. Can I just walk in front of him so he can't get past me? And if he does, I have opportunity of attack.
Yeah, you just want to step in front of the doorway.
Yeah. Oh.
So he's one tile in front of the doorway right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, my rock's there, and I told him to stop him.
So make an athletics check to interpose yourself between him and the door, essentially.
4. Also, my
Okay,
rock's there
roll
by the
2.
door.
Yes. You can bonus action tell your rock to stop him.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to push into him, and you can see he is like at the door frame before you, with that athletics check. So he will be able to get through the door still. You
Okay.
can't block his space, but
I can get
you-
up right
you
next
tried
to him
to.
so I can
Yeah,
like.
you're up next to him, so you can
Am I able to
stab him.
gra-
if you want when he-
Well,
Am I able to grab him
wait,
or
no,
like?
Fairy Fire gives advantage.
as an action, you'd be able to grab him.
Okay. Then I just will bonus action tell my rock to stop him.
Do you imply that violence is acceptable when you say this?
No, I like try to like keep him alive.
Okay, your rock.
Like
Try to
slam
keep
it.
him-
Like go for his head and like blunt force instead of piercing.
That's
Blunt
wow.
force
That
is
is
still very
Make
dangerous.
an attack for your rock with
That's
advantage.
advantage.
hold on. Doesn't he need a bonus
Wait.
action to command the rock, and he used that on the attempted shove?
No, I didn't.
No,
try
it
to
wasn't
shove him.
shoving. It was.
I just
using,
try to get
it
in
was
front
just
of him.
Naska, it was just Roxanne
Okay.
using movement to try to get in front of them.
Can
Can the
attack
rock
him?
see?
It has blind sight up to
Oh, okay,
60
yeah.
feet.
You're not going to take him down with a single attack from your rock, and you're just going to piss him off and make my job harder.
It would be funny
It's
if he just
okay.
gets
It
conked
has
in the head.
advantage.
Though.
Let's go.
I'm trying to see if I have. No, I don't.
It's
Oh wait,
too late,
I'm
you
dumb.
already said it happens.
No, I'm trying to look for the thing.
It
There
is
it
gonna be
is.
funny when he just gets hit in the head and falls back over and it's just like, what the fuck? But he can't talk, so he's just like,
Where- Does this
just
thing
hear a
not
thud.
have? I think it's a +4 to attack.
I think so. I don't think we
Okay.
ever actually put the stats of.
No, yeah, your
an
the
animated
magic
rock in.
rock on there is not there, so
That's
animated
fair.
knife.
you just hear,
He takes a
plus
little bit of a.
+4 to hit. Okay, yeah. D20 +4. That's a 7 and an 18.
Okay, so you hit. I'm gonna say this is essentially because you're not using the knife part. Just roll a D4, bludgeoning damage plus the knife's strength,
So +1.
and that's gonna be non-lethal. Yeah.
5 damage.
Okay. There is a thud as you hear him like scramble. You see the figure illuminated fall forward onto a tripwire, which kind of slaps up over him, and you see kind of like knocks him onto the ground for a second.
yes, now we know where he is.
Bob.
Everyone stop, please. Look,
In a pitch dark room.
look,
Yeah.
Rogue isn't a seasoned pirate. He's just a boy. He's an 18-year-old elf. He's a huge fan of your comics. All we want are some copies that will pay you for to complete his collection. And then this information stays between us. Nobody else has to know.
Make a persuasion check.
All right.
Let's see.
I rolled less than a 10, so 20.
Okay. There's a look. You look back and you see now this figure, a paper that you assume his action was spent frantically scribbling on. The smoke
read
is
it.
not clearing.
There's smoke
So-
everywhere.
A paper leaves his hand, and he looks back at all of you, just, like uses half his movement to stand up.
Can I close my eyes and use the indentation
And
of the
steps
pencil in the
out of
paper to
smoke.
read it?
I guess you can still see an illuminated person from out of the
Yeah.
smoke. He's only like up the stairs now, standing at the top of the stairs.
Jesus Christ.
There's a paper now, it looks like falls to the ground and then ceases to be fairy fired because it's no longer carried by him. So it's now sitting like on the stairs where someone could walk up and pick it up.
What does
Any
it say?
movement or anything like that, Bob?
I'll move and pick up the paper.
Okay, so you step over out of the fog, and pick up the paper. It says it has to be this way. But then you look up at a man who's just kind of looking at you now up at the top of the stairs.
Please silence Steve. You're our only hope.
He looks at all of you. Not all of you. He looks at Bob. He can't see the other two.
A tear falls
He
down
looks
his
at
cheek.
Bob. No, some blood runs down the back of his head.
I'll
And the
bonus
front of
action
his
healing
head.
word him, actually. That's what I'll use my bonus action for.
Oh dear lord, yes.
Hold on. Just as like a gesture of
Kindness.
kindness.
We're not actually here to murder you. Roxanne's just a menace.
Yeah, Roxanne's just fucking crazy.
If he doesn't agree with this, I'm going to kill him. Rogue really needs a win right now, and this is the closest thing he'll get.
He gets full hit points back. He's not gonna
Okay,
take it.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
The blood sucks
Rogue-
back into his
so I
wound.
assume Rogue, you come charging out too.
I mean, you can hear him trying to persuade him, so please don't attack
Yeah.
him. Jesus.
you come
Uh,
charging out too as well.
I mean, yeah. Just gonna
Okay,
kind
you
of.
come out as Silent Steve reaches
Told
in
you we should have tied him
to a
up.
satchel.
Grabs a
that he had
bead of
grabbed on the
fireball.
way out. He pulls out a bound notebook. And he holds it out to you, Rogue.
I take a knee and hold my hands out and grab it from him. Head down. As I know I am talking with a
he
champion.
leans down because you're at the top of the stairs. And he's
I'm like
standing
6
on the
feet
deck
tall.
above.
I walk up the rest of the stairs and then kneel down and grab it from him.
you look around and you're just like, there's like fully the rest of the crew's like, what the fuck was that? Looking over like as smoke just slowly starts to waft out of the stairwell from below, and everyone's just looking down. He hands you a binder.
Can
and he
I
just steps
check
back.
what's inside the binder?
You open the binder.
And it's just
The
a.
first season.
Oh, I thought
the
you were gonna
first
say it's a
season,
paper that says "haha, fuck you," and he teleports away.
It has to be
Tegan-
this way.
Tegan, you open the binder in the first page. Episode 1, Season 1 of Captain Alley. The first edition.
the editor's edition, or the
As you like go to
author's
talk,
edition.
he puts his finger up to your mouth in like a shush motion.
and just nods.
He nods at you. He puts a hand on your shoulder.
I nod back, and I put
walk up out.
I put it to my chest.
He turns, he runs, and he jumps off the boat into the water.
Oh, god damn it. I was hoping I could convince him to stay.
Damn.
Oh well.
I walk up
How
out
long
of there.
do you
like,
guys stay on the boat? Are you? What are you?
as I walk out of the lower bridge, it's like with my katana drawn. Like, oh, good. I thought I was gonna have to kill him. It looks like I'm gonna need a new. It
What
looks
the
like I'm
fuck
gonna
was
need
that?
it. It looks like I'm gonna need a new assistant.
I assume you talk to the quartermaster when you're leaving port.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Like,
don't know what's up with Silent Steve, but yeah, we'll be here for at least 3 days. We can stay longer if you need. We don't really have anywhere to be. Aren't we here because you're looking to do something?
Yeah, Bo Davies. We were gonna chase up that lead, I think.
Yeah. Have you
yeah.
any?
This was a detour.
Okay.
Yeah, we just had like a thought of like
Should we
just,
do
like,
anything
who's
about the
maybe-
smoke? Does anyone have a fan?
I probably
Like
have
a-
one in my room somewhere. I gotta
Well,
have the toxic fumes of the metal exit the room somehow.
I guess we'll have someone go down there and open all the portholes.
How do I delete this thing? Do you see like the area of effect?
Yeah, I believe there's a button to delete area of effects in the
it this
drawing
button?
tools thing.
It's this one, I think.
What is this?
I don't know.
What have you done?
All right, that was a nice side quest, everybody. Good side quest. I'll complete
Good
it.
side quest. Good side
Oh,
quest.
thank you.
Deleted them.
Made some measurable improvements to Rogue's collection.
How much
Exactly.
XP did we get for that combat?
Oh, so much.
Silent
asked the
Steve, the
quartermaster-
level 20.
About 5 minutes later, you guys are probably like regathered and getting ready to get off the ship and stuff.
And we just see Silent Steve's head peeking over, completely
not
drenched.
peeking over. No. Silent Steve is fully like clean, dry, standing over in the corner, just eating an apple, just on the ship doing his job.
Oh, he's
That makes sense.
shy.
You know, that makes sense.
He's
If I-
shy.
Given the exaggeration of the tales, I'm fully on board with Silent Steve just being a fucking drama queen and sitting that way just for
To
the
be
hype
honest, if
of-
I had to imagine Silent Steve doing anything, it would probably be eating an apple and doing what his job is, you know? I don't think I could
What
imagine him
does
doing
he
much
do?
else.
He walks around on the deck all
he's
the
my partner. Remember, he's my cannon loader and cannonball maker.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. Yes, he does that. What did he do? What's his job on the ship? Though? He just wanders.
My
around the ship.
assistant.
The only person who ever hired him was Captain Alley, and not even he remembers what he hired
the
him to
stats
do.
of the ship say you gotta have at least this many people for the ship to go full speed, but I can only think of a job for like half of them. So
Here's actually, I like this idea of him actually having cleric levels and being the confessor of the ship. And he has taken a
just a
vow of
dude.
silence to keep everyone's secrets.
he's just a dude.
Forgive me, Steve, for I have sinned. It has been
He's an oath of
30 minutes since my last confession. I drank more alcohol. The moment I got out of here, I went and drank more alcohol. And after I get out of here again, I will probably go and drink more alcohol, as there is nothing else to do on this fucking ship.
Rogue finally admitting that he fully intended to murder that lion folk.
Silent Steve,
I
I
will
come to
kill
you in my
again.
time of need.
So about this
This-
Bo
it has
Davy
been-
guy.
It has been 30 minutes
You
since
guys
my
wanna
last
go-
accidental murder.
You guys kind of they're not
You
gonna
guys
like
wanna-
leave without you, so I think they're just gonna stick it out until you guys show up like and say you're ready to go. So-
Yeah, I mean, like,
Alright.
I kind of like am like the weapon person.
You guys, you got weapons person. You have Bob, who's your new formal talker. You
We got Rogue, who's our killer.
Rogue. The
Accidental!
It's okay.
It's not on
Okay.
purpose.
So about
Well,
this Bo
anyways,
Davy guys, you guys want to go like look
Bo-
at that goblin that
Yeah,
Ali
really-
told us about?
Yeah, there's a goblin at the All Roads Inn, apparently.
I am quite intrigued about
so-
this Aloysius guy. What's his name again?
So yeah, let's head up that direction, I would
Old
say.
Bean. Big
Oblog.
Oblog.
Ublek.
block.
EB boy.
A block. Oh, it's O block without
Skebble.
the K.
Skebble.
A block.
Double
You
Skebble.
make your way back across town.
Do we have Kelly and them with us?
Where's
Do you bring them with you?
Not for this, I don't think. I think
Yeah, this is
okay,
more
like-
personal matters.
This is a drug
Okay,
deal.
you leave them
going
on the
down.
ship. You make your way through
With
the town
full
again,
bellies. They all have
up
full
through
bellies
the-
from the food.
up through the merchants district and towards the main entrance to the city. As you can see, this big gate, which is currently open, looks like it might be closing for the evening soon. Out beyond it, you can see like there's this long patch of like this long road that's surrounded by farmlands and forests in different directions. And then directly to your left, as you walk up towards this gate, there is the big, tall, it's 2 stories. It's a big yellow, like mustard-colored building. It's got big, tall, pointy roof with these big chimney stacks in a couple places, letting out smoke. And on the front, this big wooden sign that says "All Roads In." And you can see there's actually a couple other people, just random humans, looks like travelers that have come in that are looking to find a night here as well. As they are making their way in, all of you walk past this big statue, which any of you trained in religion would instantly note is a statue of the god Lathander.
I wonder what that statue's to.
It's Lathander.
Who's
Yeah,
it?
it's
Actually, I don't think
Lathander.
you need to be trained in religion. If you're from anywhere, Lathander's like the one of the top like 5 gods worshipped
Like
anywhere
Jesus?
in the world. Yeah, Lathander is the high god, the greater god of morning, daytime, like summer, spring, crops, growing things, parenthood, all that good stuff.
Man, crazy time.
Yeah.
You make your way past this it's like twice the size of a human, intricately carved, beautiful statue. Around
Does it have
and
clothes on?
it does have clothes on. It's got this big, like carved, flowing stone robes.
Never mind.
The big walking staff held in his arm.
Big Stetson on his head.
How hot is he?
Big Stetson.
Big Stetson.
Lathander is notoriously attractive. He's got like a wry smile, like a young man kind of a face.
Could we roam around the All Roads Inn?
Well, we're trying to find the guy. We
You know,
can just
all
have, like,
roads
Naska.
lead to roaming around, I guess.
All roads lead to the inn.
I go look for the guy we're looking for.
You step into this tavern. The All Roads Inn being the main tavern of this area. It again this 2-story mustard building.
How much mustard would it take to make a building?
Does he have the map of this place?
2-story mustard colored building. I'm not done with it, but I do have it. So you step into it and you can immediately smell just
Mustard.
it smells almost like this no, the building is mustard color. The
It
smell
smells like
is
asphalt.
They had to get it
smell
that
is
color
like,
somehow, Tristan.
the smell is like strawberry cake. Just this waft suddenly as the front door opens of just very sweet bready pastries comes through. As you walk in, you can see immediately there is this large open floor tavern with a big bar in the back. And walking into this, there is a little halfling woman sitting in the front who says, hello everybody. I'll be your waiter tonight. What exactly are you looking for to get? I'm Delilah, by the way.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Delilah. We're actually looking for an individual by the name of, and I'm blanking on it out of character right now.
Oblock.
Oblock.
This
You're
one.
here to see Oblock. Oh,
Yeah.
not many
Yeah,
people come
Mr.
around to see him. He's
Mr.
a-
Alice told us that to talk to
Well,
him if you were
he's-
looking for a certain
You
someone.
can see she kind of leans forward. She's got these 2 long pigtails on the back of her head, and she this little yellow like bandana tied around her head that kind of goes back to cover the like upper half of her hair, and just this long, like flowing maid dress. And she goes, "Well, Old Block's over drinking his sorrows away. Again, he's been a little down on his luck recently. We've been letting him stay here for free while he works at the graveyard, so you can find him over there." She kind of like secretly points over without him being able to see at a little old goblin dude. He's got he's in like a back like bar. There's just like a bar table that's just a section of like it's like one side is like two bar stools and the other side's a big like almost like a sofa. And you can see just this big backpack with just stuff falling out of it, just propped against the wall on the sofa with a little looks like half sleeping goblin just barely holding on to a mug of something probably alcoholic, just kind of curled up in the corner over there.
All right. Yeah, Bob's
Can I
planning
get
on
you
moving
anything
over
while you head over?
there. Nothing for now, thank you. But I appreciate the assistance, and he'll slide her a gold or silver piece as a tip.
Oh, well, thank you very much. She takes it and heads off to help more customers. And three of you make your way over to
We
this little
just
back table.
meander our way on over.
Okay. Over in the back table. As you get closer, you can kind of
Is there a
smell it's
combat
much
map for just the
mustier
back
in the back
table?
part here. There's no
I
back
don't
table
feel like
combat
he'll
map,
get very
unfortunately.
far away from the back table if it goes to a fight.
The three of you kind of step up. You can see as you get close to this goblin, he's missing a leg. He's got a peg leg.
Ooh.
And he is also
Pirate.
probably not. You can't tell because his
flesh.
eyes are closed, but he has a big scar across his left eye.
What? I forget if we asked this last time, but was Oobleck in The Adventures of Captain Alley?
Yeah.
Oblak was not mentioned in any of the
Oblak?
Adventures of Captain Alley.
Oh,
you have
yeah, it was a
read.
different goblin.
Yeah, it was a different young goblin.
Because that comic book happened like many moons ago.
Yeah, you can see Oblak his skin is like very gray and ashen. Czar, you would recognize Oblak as being a gray goblin. They are goblins that are kind of like the volcano ganasis and ash ganasis of the area. They are like elementally enchanted with the like plane of ash and the plane of volcanoes. It doesn't usually affect someone much, as aside from just like altering their appearance. Appearance. But he is so he is what is called a gray goblin.
Okay.
I go up and ask him if the tables, if we can join him at the table.
Okay, you step up. You can see he kind of wakes up for a second and he goes. He opens his eyes and sees all three of you. There's a quick
Hello.
like glance down with his eyes that probably anyone with an insight above 10, passive insight above 10 would notice as his eyes glance down just very quickly at a pocket that you can see kind of a sheathed dagger sticking out of. And he looks up at all of you. What do you want?
I give him a nice smile and a wave at him. Can we join you at the table? Mr. Ali has told us about you, and we just have a few questions.
Captain
we'd like to
Ali?
ask. Yes.
That scallywag sent you. Well, yeah, sit. That's not much. Is there another?
I'll pull up a
Yeah,
chair
just
for
grab
myself.
yourself another seat. Yeah, let's all sit. What's Ali up to these days? As the three of you kind of gather behind the table, around the table.
Same as always, I imagine.
Same old, same old. Just pirating, taking over other ships.
Roxanne, they stay on the Iron Bay.
You know, same old. Just transporting goods between rocks and swords and selling them.
Yeah.
And a wink
just
at him.
don't
It's
talk.
like
Don't talk
Like,
too
if you know
loud
what I
about
mean.
that kind of
If
stuff.
you
yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah, I'm well, I assume you're all sent here looking for a job then? That's
I
pretty
think
much
we
what
were
I
actually
do.
supposed
Well,
to.
I
We were
was.
sent here more to look for someone.
Bo Davies is who we're looking for. If you have it.
Why are you looking for him?
That's
You
a
don't
good
look like
question.
goblins to me.
I used to be one. Then I found this book that's lifting the Blizzard Brook,
Used to
and
be a
I turned into
goblin.
this. Yeah, I read the book and turned into this. So, still
Wow,
a goblin at heart.
that's
I'll say
kind
as
of.
he licks his own eyeball.
He really
Well-
likes meat.
I get the feeling Bo Davies not gonna like you. He points
Probably
at
not.
Bob.
But I'm.
But
if-
yeah, he's in town. He's in town.
All right. Any idea of where we could find him?
Yeah, but why would I tell you?
Because even though I
We'll
might
pay
not
you.
look like a goblin, I'm still a goblin. And like Roxanne said,
We got money. But I feel like some sort of. I feel like
got enough
something.
money to live. I don't need money. Listen,
I feel like something saying that you want us to do a
you're
job for you
looking
in
for
order
Bo
for
Davies?
information.
You want information about Bo Davies. You want to know where he is? I can tell you. I'll tell you if you. There's one thing I need from you.
and what's that?
I'm, as you might tell, I'm not doing very hot right now. I'm kind of they call them withdrawals. I had a bit of a side gig working over at the Arvorine compound over on the west side of the city. They took my well, let's not complicate it. I was working for them and we had a bit of a falling out. And
You want us to kill them?
no, they were my supplier of
So you want us to get you drugs?
yeah, they were my supplier of Asmodeus dust. And they
What
actually
is-
Mechanical
guys-
question. Would a lesser restoration actually cure the effect? Would that count as poisoned?
It might cure the effect, but it sounds like he doesn't necessarily want the effect cured. It sounds like he wants more drugs. But yeah, you can cure him in the meantime if you want to use the spell slot.
How about this? I can get rid of your withdrawals and give you enough money to get that leg fixed.
Make a persuasion check. I'm gonna say it's gonna be quite high. He kind of wants those drugs really bad.
And
All
Christian really wants us to use the fight
Wait,
map that he
I
made.
would. I mean,
Would anybody else like to provide me the aid as like a help action to convince him?
I was trying to see if I
I
still
will
have
say, he does
the.
really want those drugs. You can tell he does.
I was trying to see if I still have the drugs on me from the bag of holding.
No, we gave
You
those back
guys
to
gave
Captain
those
Alley.
back. Yeah.
Well, no, I took them back because I was gonna check to see if they're magical, because they were close to the thing.
I think you did that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think I kept it because
I've been
I
muted this
could've
whole
turned it
time
into
I've been
something.
talking. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm
Alright,
so pissed.
yeah.
Can I put like 5 gold
What did
pieces on
Tegan
the
say?
table in order to give the help action to Bob?
Sweeten the deal.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put another
Yeah.
5 on there?
Yeah. Yeah. You put 5. You put another 5.
All right.
Spot
Alright,
put
so then
5.
I can roll with advantage then, correct? Since they're doing
Yep.
the help action. It's going to be a 27, my guy.
Okay. He looks at all you. He goes, "You gonna fix my peg leg?"
I didn't know that was possible.
I can give you enough money so that you can go to a priest and get it fixed.
Wait,
Wow.
they can do that?
How much money are we talking here? You seem like you're speaking with a lot more money than I thought when I said I don't need any.
50 platinum.
Oh. That is a
Is
lot.
that how much it takes to repair a leg?
You need information on this Bo Davies figure?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you.
I can hear Tristan screaming inside of his head right
no,
now.
no. He's willing to do that. I will say he didn't actually finish with his point. He wanted a second thing to do with them. He just wanted you to also humiliate them in some way if you could, like find dirt on them. This compound, if you're
I
willing
mean,
to do
I'm
that.
still willing to
I will say
absolutely
he'll say
destroy
two
a
things,
compound.
right? So he'll say, "Well, I do like this offer, and especially it's just in exchange for something I already know. I can help you with that. I will say, if you're still interested and you want to go over there and mess them up, you could look for those drugs anyway. I still want the drugs. So if you found those, that's still mighty fine.
Where's this
I mean,
place you're
you might want
talking
them
about?
less after I do this. I cast Lesser Restoration.
You can see his eyes.
Hey,
Like
this
there's like
place?
red bags under his eyes, that slowly start to like dissipate as you cast it, and he like looks at all of you, and it's almost like
He's afraid for the first time in his life.
It's like there was some sort of it was definitely a hangover, but there was some sort of like drug effect on him as well, that goes away, and he goes, "Wow, I haven't felt not high on that stuff in a while.
My neck finally doesn't hurt anymore.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to go back. So if you get me more drugs, I can talk more. Like I can show you stuff, but also I'll give you the information I know, as well for 50 platinum pieces. Yeah, so you give him 50 platinum pieces. He's gonna let you know.
As well as the
So,
10 gold, 5 from each of us.
Yep. Okay. Everybody dole out your money. Yeah. So he goes. So Bo Davies came into town quite a while ago. He's been coming in and out, looking for goblins to help him and such. But he's been quite on the down though. Only speaking with goblins around here. We're not really liked around here that much. So he doesn't have a hard time keeping to the shadows. He frequents that what's it called, the Guard of the Divine Gate, those guys up there over in the north of the city. He frequents their compound. They kind of let anyone in. They're more of an old remnant of the pre-battle era of this city. So they tend to let anyone work there. I worked there a long time ago, but they're not really my style. They don't really they like you to be more. Well, I don't really know actually anymore because he's there and he's definitely not their style. I've seen him there every once in a while, so he definitely was over there. And I can tell you, I don't think you're gonna be able to get in over there. You might be able to lie your way in if you were looking for a job. But I'd say there's a lot of the Divine Gate, it's this big thing underground that they keep out of harm's way, and there's a lot of tunnels under this city. You might be able to slip your way down there somehow and find him if he's out there. I'll say I work at the graveyard. There's noises in the crypts down there. There's definitely people down there. You could probably make your way in that way.
Do the people sound like they're crying when they're down in the crypts, or do they sound like they're plotting?
Don't listen. I've heard a lot of noises. There's been like plotting noises. There's been screaming. There's been like wails,
like sacrifices to some sort of
like,
fire god.
like someone trying to like claw their way out of somewhere because they can't like. Yeah, I listen. I leave when I hear those noises. I don't want to be involved in that stuff.
Understandable.
Okay, I'm
That is
just a
fair.
guy.
Out of
That's
character,
not
I'm
my
beginning
business.
to understand why this guy really wants the drugs.
Inaction is
That's not my
unacceptable. Die.
business.
No.
In character, I'm starting to get why this guy really wants to get drugs.
In character, I'm just happy to be here.
Listen, that stuff, that drugs, those really they take the edge off. You know, they really help you not be like scared of stuff. You know, they really help like clear your mind.
Where do you get
almost.
these drugs?
From that compound?
reason.
They so the compound, the Arvorian compound. Arvoria. Do you know Arvorian? No. Okay. He's one of those halfling gods. He's like they're like it's like a little cult in the city, right? Like there's a lot of religions here, right? You probably noticed. They're like a lesser religion of the city. They're not really like not everyone worships them. They got their own like compound down there though.
Where
Yeah.
is
Oh,
it?
if you go there, be careful. They got lots of dogs there. I don't like that.
Oh,
What?
I can't go.
doggies!
Listen, I'd try. I'd give you some better like. I didn't like search most of the play. I was might have been like a runner for him some of the time a while back. I mean that guy
Before the leg.
that's what
That
Yeah.
tracks.
you'll know Icklin's Mastiff took my leg.
Is that a
So
dog?
we can take
Well,
Icklin's Mastiff.
Icklin's a fucking asshole. He's kind of like he's like third in command or something there. I don't know.
You want him dead?
I just did jobs for him and stuff there on the compound sometime. Listen.
I don't know about Dad.
Listen, I'm not looking to like actually cause like if you could like mess them up somewhat, like maybe get them in trouble for something, and like get me the
take
drugs
all of
first
their-
though. Before
We do have someone who's very good with
take all their
taxes.
underpants.
So listen, I know a little bit because I was their runner. They've got like this like they've got their main like big building that's in the back of that's in like the lower part down near the river, and then they got like off the back of it, they got this back like stone like staircase going up to that building. On that staircase, there's a littler barn. That's where they where they kept the drugs when I was there. They were under there's lots. They probably got lots of traps there. I gotta say, they're really paranoid. Might be the best word sometimes. They're really capable of being paranoid at least, not necessarily always. There's
plant a giant bomb
I
on
say-
one
there's-
side
there's
of
a
their
medicine
building and just have
woman.
it blow up.
There's a medicine woman that she helps them with stuff and kind of she's part of their whole like bringing stuff in thing. She came up this way and exchanged a package about a week ago, which is why I think they definitely got a shipment recently. So she lives just out north of their compound in the forest, right outside of it. You could I know she has a key. A couple people had keys. I had a key to their little back room. Don't got it anymore. They took that from me and my leg. But you can I bet if you like you look
I could just plant a
you
bunch of
got
bombs
anyone, like,
around the building and then just blow it up.
I don't. There's a lot of them in there, and they got like dogs
Yeah.
and like horses and stuff. Like
That's what the bombs are for.
they're kind of like set. They got like weapons. Like they're kind of a.
I mean, they can't do much if they're all blown up.
They're definitely like they're like fortified. Like So I think you'd probably want to be sneaky.
cereal.
What if I
Like you
filled
get
up my bag of
I-
holding with a bunch of bombs,
you
flew
might even- you
above the
might find
building and
easier
just
if
dump it?
That's the scary thing. That's the scary thing you just said.
I could just carpet bomb them.
Listen, I don't like dislike all of them, right? Like some of those guys were my buddies. I just like their organizations kind
I
of.
could just
fucked
start
up,
carpet
like
bombing
they're
them and then
doing-
you guys sneak in.
We do have a master of taxes here. Someone who
Yeah, whatever
knows
you
all
could-
of
if
the
you could,
tax
like,
codes and can
maybe,
possibly
maybe
get him
like,
in
just-
trouble
I don't
for
think
that.
I feel like if you showed up as like a bureaucrat, they might like.
Kill us.
Well, I'll probably not kill you. They might not let you in. They might be really distrusted of that because they're kind of like sneaking drugs into the city.
We are the government. They
But, like,
cannot stop the government.
I
Like
could
you've got like
say that I've got
like
an idea.
that medicine woman.
like
she's
when Bob
definitely
has an
got
idea.
keys. She's definitely got keys to the that building and the lockers and the like chests and stuff that they keep stuff in. They'll because they're probably making some stuff in there too. I'm not sure, but they
What
keep
if I make
they keep
one of
stuff
their
in that
pipes
room. That's where they
leaky?
kept it when I was there.
We could be
and stuff.
union representatives, like in Shrek.
Actually, what I was going to do was
They don't even
Uh,
have dental.
All right, hold on. Let
Sorry.
me see how this idea grabs you guys. I wasn't going to go in as a union representative, but what I was going to do was actually go to the barn that this guy mentioned, essentially talk my way past the guard by saying the boss sent me to check up on some stuff. He says he doesn't recognize me. I was going to say I was Scaly Dan and we got high last week. How could you not remember me? We had such a nice
That is-
heart to heart.
That is very fair.
And then once I get past him, because we all fucking know I will, I was going to take 2 packs of drugs, hide one in my bag, bring the other one to the boss, and be
What
like, "Hey, I'm a security
was the
consultant and
dude
accountant." I was
I
able
could
to
be the
talk my way
accountant.
past your guard, so
Yeah,
I can both give you some insights on how to better run your organization. And
What
look
if we
to make
just
sure the
walked
guards
up to
aren't
the
gonna come
building
second
with
to
a
pass?
ladder? Nobody questions somebody
That
with
is
a
true.
ladder.
Nobody questions any. Can we put on some high vis and get a ladder and try and get it?
What was the name of the guy? You said Ishka?
And I'll hide as the ladder, and you
Yeah.
two carry me in.
I made up his first name because I only have like official names. of
Ishka,
everyone.
Mishka, Mickey Mouse.
His name was, I think it was Ishka.
Like I think I can make this plan work.
Mishka.
Or we can just, we know where
Mickey
Bo Davies is.
Mouse.
We can just totally ignore this guy's drug fixation and go get to Bo Davies.
That's a
That is
possibility.
true.
That is true.
That is
We
a
can do that.
possibility. You don't want Captain Owie's friend to owe you a favor, though?
I do want to
I
fuck up
mean-
a compound. These people are
But we're not-
objectively bad.
I do
I mean,
like
that's true,
drug
they're
bust.
busts.
to think
dealing-
that.
They're dealing drugs, and we just have to give drugs to a junkie, therefore enabling his behavior.
Yeah, but we're not bad. We're bad by proxy. There's a small difference there.
I could just nuke the facility.
Then no drugs for anyone. And where's the fun in that?
Well,
Hey,
no.
also,
See, I nuke the
It's
facility,
free drugs.
and then smaller companies
It's
can
free
start
real
up
estate.
destroying the monopoly of the drug system and allowing
Hold on,
the
let
new.
me-
Allowing new, smaller drug
Let me
empires
double
to
check
come
something
in.
on Bob again. What's his alignment? Where do I find true neutral? Okay, never mind. He's actually down with this plan. He's okay giving this guy drugs.
let me check
He's
my
morally flexible.
let me check
So- I think
mine.
all
really
of our
quick.
So
Fake,
you're saying
uh,
that you're gonna, what's the plan here to actually get the drugs? Bob's just gonna say, give me them?
give me the
Essentially,
drugs or
yes.
die.
You know how IT guys will perform pen tests to test how good their computer software system is? That's what Bob's gonna do, but with the whole facility.
But with social
Okay.
engineering, yes.
You have what are your thoughts on causing some sort of embarrassment or otherwise, like,
Causing damage to the organization.
thing to them? Yeah.
Yeah, Rogue
well,
Blade
actually,
is chaotic good. He's all good for assailing a drug compound.
um,
I'm just crazy.
Yeah, that
what
works.
I was actually going to do was I was going to take an inordinate amount of drugs, stuff them in. Do we have a?
I have
we
a
do
bag of
I
holding.
do have a bag
Yeah,
of
okay.
holding.
So we were going to stuff the bag of holding with drugs.
I don't
and
even have
then,
dental.
leave a note behind saying, "You've been hit by Scaly Dan Security Services."
Call us up if you don't want this to happen again.
Yeah, call us up if you don't want this to happen again, and then just provide like a bullshit communication to an address that doesn't exist.
Use his own
Okay.
phone number.
What's the, like, but are you directly
Cast
is the plan
sending
just
to
directly
Steely- to
demands that they
Scaly
give you
Dan.
drugs?
No, he's actually going
Oh,
to try
is
and
it-
convince the guards that
is
he
it
was
time for
there
the
on the
heist?
word of the boss to
Is it
check
time
on
for the
supplies,
heist?
or to check on the shipment, and then
I'm gonna
talk his
bring
way
a
past
clip-
the guards.
I'm gonna bring a clipboard.
9:30. Bob
Okay.
goes in. 10:30. Rogue
I'm
sneaks
gonna
in the
bring
side door.
clipboard as if I'm Bob. Like I
You
keep
can
taking all
send
the
Rogue
notes.
11.
in.
Roxanne blows
I-
up the compound.
Should I? Okay, listen. If you guys want to, because it is nighttime now. It's not like night, but it's getting to nighttime.
Evening.
Is there a slight amount of
You
dark?
can. So he would give you
hiding
like
scope.
directions and stuff. If you
These-
look on the actual map here, let me bring all three of you over to where it is.
Okay. Oh wait, actually, I could just distract the guards with my Barty bullshit.
And I could just
Here
walk
we
inside
go.
invisible.
Bob stopped going with me.
I pressed the button accidentally. Oh
I know,
god,
it's
where's
okay.
everybody? Okay, there we go.
So this is the compound.
Oh, that's not that bad. I
And
could
this
scale
is
that
the-
wall.
This is the herbalist like tent, not
You
tent,
want to
but the
mark the
herbalist building.
herbalist?
So there's an herbalist here. She apparently, kind of works with them.
Step
This
one,
is the main
take down
building
the
he's talking
herbalist.
about. This is the building
Step 2,
that
get the key.
apparently would have the drugs in it.
Step
you were
3,
told.
vault the wall.
Actually, hold on a
So
minute.
one thing,
We could just go to the
I
river
don't
by
know
there
why,
and then just
it doesn't even matter how hard you try. If you want to see the map,
Well,
I will say,
actu-
so the river, you guys would know, especially in that part of the area, the river is like in parts like 15 to 20 feet down from the water, or the
And I
water
can
up
just
to like
fly.
the actual like
Step
cliff
4,
face.
get into the
Here's the
water.
You
thing.
can fly.
Step 4,
But
crawl
also
in.
you
Step
would
5,
know
crawl
it's not
into the sewer
necessarily
system.
particularly stealthy to be out in the open over on this side. There is a forest over here. Either way, I can show you the compound and what you'd be able to see
Kristen
from
really wants to
whatever
show us the
direction you come in.
compound.
Well, hold on
I
one
do.
second. I thought of a much smarter way to do this, and
Yes.
Tristan, let me know if this sounds feasible. It's less
Yes.
memey, but
I will say
think
your
it's a
other
little
way.
more
So the
work.
one issue with your other way, it's like you're gonna be trying to roll like literally 25 plus deception checks if you're talking to like the head of the guys, because they're gonna know they're gonna know
That's
what
not that
happened
hard.
like recently
That's
and stuff. Some of them aren't gonna be like 25, right? Like it's like convincing someone that they're crazy is probably like 25 to 30, and they just completely forgot about a thing they did like a week ago.
That's
right,
fair,
like
yeah.
that might be like 25 to 30 on scale of DC. But it's not impossible, especially not for Bob. So it's still a thing he might
All right.
achieve. It's just the problem is one failed check could instantly lead to Bob getting stabbed. Right?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
aware.
Here's the answer, just don't fail a check. That's what I do.
No,
that is
The-
true.
the answer, sir, is how long does your greater invisibility last again?
A minute.
Only a minute? Jesus.
Yeah, it's
All right.
10
Regular
rounds.
invisibility lasts an hour. Greater invisibility lasts 1 minute.
Okay, regular invisibility. Let's see. Do you have
But you
access
can't
to regular
use-
I
invisibility?
don't have access to regular invisibility.
don't think
I have
do.
access to a kind of invisibility where I get advantage on all of my stealth checks if I am slightly darkened. Like slightly in
Ooh.
shadow.
That is
Um,
helpful. You also just have advantage from wearing your chameleon
Yeah.
cloak as well.
That
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
I
well, how
can
about
attempt
this?
to hide in anything where I'm even lightly obscured.
I could just cause an ice storm on one end.
Even I can
We'll
attempt
make
to
a big
hide
distraction,
even
and
if
then
I'm being
combat will
directly
begin, but
observed,
they
so
won't be
I'll
going
just
the right way.
out of their vision.
All right. So how about this?
I could just send
Actually-
my rock in and then just
We
have
might as
it
well
fly
start
around
this
his
loading while we wait. I will say
anyway,
the easiest way to like sneak up would be through the forest, because then you don't have to like be out in the open ever. You
Step
can just
1.
go up to the
Take care
logging
of the
cabin up
herbalist.
north.
Anyway, yes,
Step
but I
2,
had a
vault the
plan
wall.
to work. Okay.
Ye.
Sorry, continue.
Wait. Okay. So, how many attuned items do you have right now, Rogue?
That's a good question. 1 second.
There's quite a bit of the compound that can be seen from any
I have
angle, so I'll
one
load you
attuned
all in,
item
and then
right
we can
now.
Kind of...
All right. So here's my plan. All right. My plan is that you use your greater invisibility to go into the herbalist's hut and steal the key from her. That give you access to the barn.
Step 1, take down the
Uh,
herbalist.
No, don't take down the herbalist. Just steal the key and they can
Step
Step one.
1.
Take down the herbalist.
Well, actually, that's going to be step 2. Step 1 is I'm going to give you my boots of spider climbing. We're going to take a short rest so that you can attune them.
Step 2, I just jump over it because I have an acrobatics of +9.
But here's the thing. What it would allow you to do is use your chameleon cloak and be stealthy under cover of night. Approach from the
Okay.
water side. Essentially, just walk up on that side of the compound, get into the barn, use the bag of holding to steal all the fucking drugs, and just get back to us.
I can just water walk if you still want your
That is possible.
Well, I was thinking
like,
the boots would help you get
can
up the
water
cliff.
walk.
I mean,
Like the boots would help you get up the cliff and over
guess,
the wall
yeah.
without any checks necessary.
that is true.
I'm gonna go look for Bo Davies.
Alone?
Yeah.
You were wanting to blow this place up a half second ago.
Yeah, but
Where's the
once you guys-
explosion
Yeah, but we didn't
distraction?
choose that plan, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
go
we
ahead.
didn't choose that plan.
You could
But,
easily
Roxanne,
do
you
it
could get set up
without us
somewhere with an
there.
explosion ready, so you could cause that if you need a distraction.
Or you could just
Can I make-
make an extra distraction because you want to.
No, I think it's time to split the party, everybody.
I
Yeah.
think it's time for one of us to go do a different quest.
Well, Roxanne is never seen again.
Roxanne goes and
why I
gets
try to
killed by
avoid
Bo
things
Davies.
in the combats because I know Roxanne's gonna go fucking rogue.
What?
So explain my part in this plan before I just go off and find Bo Davies. I
Cause
don't
a
hear me-
distraction.
I don't have a part in
You
this
can-
plan either. I'm just providing a bunch of shit to Rogue
You
so
could
that he
be
can
ready
do
to-
it. I'm
You
just
could
here
be
as
ready to
backup in
cause
case
a
things go wrong.
distraction if you want. You could all just go in, because the problem is if Rogue gets caught and he's nowhere near you and you can't see him, you might not even know he's caught until he, like, talks loud enough for you to hear him.
To be honest, I was hoping we'd all go in. I like the kind of Benny Hill rather than the.
You could all go in and then Rogue
007.
could, like, slip out to try to steal it or something like that. There's a couple different things that seem like they could happen.
Here you
To
go,
be fair,
Rogue. I hand him
if
a
you-
stun grenade as a smoke screen.
Well, thank you. And if y'all would like to cause some distractions in an explosion off to the side or talking with the guard while I slip past him, either of these would be helpful.
Here, all of you. Ooh, that doesn't work. Where
Distract
am I?
target. Discombobulate.
So, is
And
everyone
to be
loaded
honest,
in?
most
Not
locks
yet.
I can just
No,
pick.
okay.
Some locks I can pick.
So, are you taking a short rest to let Rogue use the boots of spider climbing? Is that a thing?
Yeah, and also,
Yeah, if you think they'll help Rogue, otherwise we can just go with your plan.
To be honest, I think I'm completely fine without them, and I think if I need someone inside there to possibly help get rid of witnesses, these are drug dealers, not people. Drug dealers, not people. So if I need someone to help me get rid of the witnesses, I'm going to need you inside there, and I can probably climb that fence pretty easily, but I just feel like you would have an easier time walking over.
So, all of you, as like a pause from our planning discussion, all of you head across town. There's some big bridges that go over some like rapids and waterfalls
light.
onto your half of town. You come across town. Night begins to fall, and then eventually falls as you make it this way. You can see across most of the city, especially the more like wealthier sections, there are large amounts of hooded figures that come out and begin to cast spells which illuminate different like large like lampposts and stuff, and seems like they kind of have like a nightly ritual of bringing everything
Oh, that's nice.
to light.
This is like the
I start
opposite
making
of
some
when
bombs.
Gandalf came out and started just shooting, the lampposts.
Actually, question, Tristan. I
yes.
used to play at the Divius Dive Bar, which you would think that the criminal element would occasionally attend. Would I recognize any of the gang markings as potentially
So-
being old patrons?
So these guys aren't a gang. These guys are like, like the religious
Organization.
compounds in places where like they stockpile a bunch of weapons and stuff for the end of the world because they think
Oh,
Jesus
the crazy
is
cultists.
coming back.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Just
not
like the
necessarily
last
like
one.
they're not the same kind of
Right
crazy
there.
cultists like necessarily like sacrificing people, but these guys are like they're preparing for hard times, and they're kind of building up a little defensive structure for if that
You know
comes.
how nice a mortar would
Next
be
to
right
his
now?
news, massacre at the cult compound.
So
It
these
always
guys are
seems to end
kinda-
that way.
They're
Can I
like
buy
these are
like some smoke
preppers.
bombs?
These are like preppers.
Am I able to
right?
buy like
Religious
smoke bombs on the way
preppers.
quickly, or regular
Throughout
bombs?
the day probably, but now a lot of the shops are starting to close. You could detour if you were quick enough, you'd make it quite a bit later because you'd have to go all the way back to the like store part of the town and then make your way up around the waterfalls and down to where we are. You'd probably add another like 45 minutes plus to what time it is when you get here.
Guys, can I get some stuff first? I have neither idea if it goes south.
You
I'm
go
not
to the Horde o'
opposed
the
to it.
Stormlord. If there's any common non-magical things, they probably have it.
You guys got any smoke bombs or blowy up stuffy?
All right, we're about 2 turns in. I guess 45 minutes have passed.
Damn you. Okay, so if you're looking for just like general sorts of explosives used in like mining and otherwise, they have a little bit of that stuff.
Just look up bomb.
They have
Why? What?
what?
Why did it?
So this is not necessarily the most common of stuff, but it is certainly a thing. You get the feeling that this shop doesn't really have people come by to buy this kind of stuff often, as you ask about it, and eventually you are brought 2 sticks of dynamite.
Ooh.
They say these were dropped off by some people that were like in a mining venture somewhere. Apparently, it did not go well, and so they
Any
got
smoke
out of that
bombs or
business.
smoke
So
screens?
the 2 sticks of dynamite are 100 gold pieces each.
2
They
guys
have no
go
idea
out
how to
with
make
3
them, and
sticks
they
of
have no idea
dynamite
if
in
that's
4
reasonable.
hands. They come back with 2 sticks of dynamite in 3 hands.
Yeah, so they're asking 100 gold pieces each for a dynamite stick.
Okay. Any smoke bombs or anything that can mask stuff?
So when you
Smoke-
say smoke bomb, are you referring to a specific item, or are you just
saying something
Use
that
the
can
The thing
create
that
like
Silent
a smoke,
Steve used.
something like
Oh,
that,
okay.
or like,
Okay,
or
yeah.
something to create mask, smoke area, obscure vision
Okay.
that can be like
Yeah.
thrown or dropped.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I'm getting those dynamite.
Okay. There is a smoke grenade, or grenade, comma smoke.
How many of those?
Well, they've got 1. You're only a little bit sketchy at this point to them, I'd assume.
Nah, we don't have any. One guy came in buying our last one. He was a real quiet
smoke
type.
grenade. Smoke grenade is 25 gold pieces.
Okay, I buy that and ask them if they have like any like bottles of like a vodka or something like that.
You want alcohols?
Yeah, I think some cloth too.
Buying explosives and alcohol, the best combination.
94 minus 25 is
What the-
69.
Why are you like this? Why are you like this?
I have a plan if
Okay.
things go south.
I know you have a plan. You would also know that buying terrorist supplies from the local market is not necessarily the best bet.
Local cult burned down. Suspected firebombing.
I think I know why Naska gets arrested in all of our games all the time. I think Naska just doesn't know what illegal things are.
I think Naska knows. Naska just doesn't care.
They look at you and tell you that they're not going to sell you any more things when you ask for that. They ask you
Alright.
to leave. They definitely ask you to leave when you ask for.
All right, then I
Hey, did
just
it
go to
go
a
good
local
in
bar
there?
and buy some beers, like a
Yeah.
6-pack. 6-pack.
Like a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Like a 6.
What, Coors Light?
Okay. You go to the Joyous Sea and Sky. And you buy some alcohol. Yeah, you can just buy like some cheap alcohols for like a copper piece each. There you got probably like 6 cheap ones. 6 like
Hmm.
cheap bottles of alcoholic substances.
That's actually way cheaper than I thought.
Yeah, I mean you just buy like you're not asking for like expensive shit here.
1. So if I buy 10 silver pieces worth, it's 100.
They have 6 of them
Oh, they only have 6. All right, then I'll
Yeah.
buy those 6.
at the
For 6
Joycean Sky.
copper.
Yeah, you buy out all of their cheap alcohol.
I give them 1 piece of silver because I just don't feel like not
Okay.
figuring it out.
There will be no subtraction in this household.
Yeah, no, I just give
Okay.
it to them as a tip. And I
You
thank
buy-
them. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be
you-
a wild night tonight.
Okay. Have fun.
And I go meet up with Bob and Rogue.
They've got the big Stetson.
Roxanne comes back with
And as soon as I meet up with them, I start making them into Molotov cocktails. Yeah, if you couldn't, if you couldn't tell, if you couldn't tell, that's what my plan
Yeah,
was.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
assumed. I hoped
Yeah.
it wasn't that.
Well,
But
So I got
Yeah.
2 sticks of dynamite, a smoke bomb, and 6 Molotov cocktails. If things go south.
okay. Yeah, okay.
local explosion at cult headquarters.
I should never have put a compound in my game. I regret everything. So,
Really regret pushing that whole getting the drugs thing instead of just curing the addict.
Well,
huh?
this quickly became a Breaking Bad episode, so
Yeah.
Jesse, they took
I needed
our
just,
meth.
You're lucky that I couldn't bring the ship
it's
over and just
Asmodeus
start.
dust, okay?
Jesse,
You're
they took
lucky
our
I didn't have a
Asmodeus
mortar,
dust.
and you're lucky I couldn't bring the ship over to start cannoning it out.
I want
Well,
this
I
on the
mean-
record, Tristan. I tried. I
You did
really
try.
tried.
You did try. Listen, let's get those drugs. I got the combat map ready, so let's get those drugs.
All right, so I let them plan, and I'm just ready.
Okay, where
just ready
do you
up
want
to
to set
do
up
what?
on the compound? If you remember kind of the shape of it, you can kind of tell me
Yeah.
what like sides.
I'm
and
gonna
such of the
let Bob
compound you
tell
wanna
me
be on.
where to set up, since he's the mastermind here. Bob, where do you want me? I'm ready to, so that if things go south,
I'm not
I'm
the
ready to
fucking
take it.
mastermind here. I had a completely different plan that got shot down.
Here, I will describe the places, and you guys can
I'm
choose
not the
where you're like
mastermind
hiding
here.
and
I'm
such.
the sneaker.
So there is a big forest around the herbalist house, and to the north of that runs all the way across the upper side of this compound. To the right side of the compound, there is a main road, right?
Mhm.
To the left side of the compound, there is a river, and to the south lower side of the compound, there is also a river that snakes up along the entire side of the
Isn't
compound.
there a bridge there?
There is a bridge, but the bridge is not in the compound. It is on that main road to the
Yeah, I know.
right east side of it.
And that's near where the drugs are stored, right? Where Rogue's gonna break into.
It's like 300 plus feet away from that.
So
And
Would I-
there's like
So where am
a
I heading
fence
towards?
and then a building in between it and the bridge. Right.
I just
So-
want to be near Rogue. So what the heck? Whoa! What the? I clicked on my
Where are you?
rock. And what the heck?
Your rock has
Blind, and it
your
has
rock
blind
is
sight.
your rock
It
sees
actually
like
has
that.
blind
Your-
sight. Okay.
Yeah.
You got inspired by
It's-
Mr. Orcish.
No, so here's the problem. It's supposed to have been like that the whole time. The problem is, I accidentally set it as your like initial rock on that first combat sheet, which you apparently never clicked on, which is okay because I don't think we ever even used that combat sheet. So like your rock was like that on that one, but I didn't know that it doesn't change all of the stats of every instance of your rock. Right, so like it didn't change it on this map. So I noticed that and I went back and I set the like default settings of all the things to actuate their senses and stuff now.
Okay.
So your rock and bear should both be actually able to see what they can actually see. So I'll tell you, the herbalist house is right here, right? This is it looks
Mhm.
like this is kind of like a side entrance. It looks also like there's a main entrance to the herbalist house here. You can see this is a 15-foot tall fence, and it is a like slatted fence, so you can see through it. But you probably would not be able to squeeze through it unless you did a really high athletics check.
How high
you
are we
would figure.
talking?
I just
What do
want to
you
be close enough so that I can hear if things go south for Rogue.
A high number athletic check to squeeze through it. It would probably be easier to climb or jump it than to squeeze through it.
Okay, fine.
You also can see from this distance, as you guys kind of approach and are planning, There are several armored, looks like guard members of the compound who are all, they have dogs walking with them. Here, there's another one down by the river, by this little, they have a little dock side for the river. And you can hear what sounds like more people walking around near more like the front of the compound. You also would notice there are these big fruit trees all around the compound, kind of surrounding it, like fruit and other sorts of foods growing.
Oh, is there
on
an item
trees.
called Molotov cocktails that I can add?
I have no idea.
Could I start off with a nice big
Yeah,
stealth
we'll go
check?
for Alchemist Fire. That's a useless item, so you can have that. You can have 6 of those.
Okay.
Can I start off
You're
with
an
a nice
alchemist.
big stealth check?
Yes. Now, what we're gonna probably do is each time you would do something that would like leave your stealth, I'll have you make a new stealth check to like stay in stealth, right? So like when you take certain kinds of actions and stuff in combat, they would leave your stealth. So we'll just have you make a new stealth check each time you do something like that. I will also say you see there is a bit of light, what looks like a crackling light from like a fire, from like maybe like a fireplace or something coming out of the windows of the house that you are currently around.
That's gonna be 19
yes.
stealth check. That's pretty good.
You guys, it
Oh,
is
we took a short
nighttime,
rest
so
too, right?
if you wanted to as well, you could try. If you got a high enough stealth check, I would allow you to just like skirt the compound and from far enough away that you weren't noticed. And
I just want to be near enough rug so that if things go south, I can
you
just start
kind of
my play. I can
okay.
carpet bomb them.
You would know. So I'll ping on the map.
Wait, so what
right?
is our plan? First
You guys
off,
are trying. So you guys are trying to steal something from in here. Can you see my ping when it's in the black?
yeah.
Okay, so you guys are trying to steal something from this building, and that's a key that makes it so you don't die to probable traps and other stuff from trying to unlock something in this building.
Okay.
All the way down here.
So I'm gonna come down over here while stealthed, and see if I can look in that building to see if there's any people in there.
Yes, okay, make a perception check.
Got it.
As you kind
It's gonna
of
be a 22.
skulk through the forest around looking in. You go ahead and I'd say you notice stuff all around this building. So you manage to kind of go around the whole building and scope out what you can see through the windows of it. And you also kind of notice some of the guards as well, like down in this area and stuff. Kind of the guards are kind of more, they seem stationed. They're all kind of like sitting. I don't want to accidentally drag you through the building, so I'll just bring you back this way.
All right.
So you're over here as you kind of skirt around looking through the windows of the building. You don't see anyone in the building. It does look like this is like a medicine woman, like an herbalist building. There is like a secondary like little room here that looks like it's got some makeshift beds in it for maybe if someone was sick or something, they could come in and stay here until they're healed. There is like a little like a little table, a little like a cooking stove or cooking pot or something set up here to cook stuff next to the fire. There's a fire running here with a big chair, but you don't see anyone. You do see there is an internal room in the center of this building right here that you can't see into, and it looks like there's a door
All right.
going into it right here.
Can I, under the cover of darkness, pop up over here and start to unlock this door with a couple
Yeah, and you head over. You can
nice
see.
little
So can Roxanne
stools.
see any of what you just grabbed as well?
Hmm.
Did Roxanne and Bob gain vision that Rogue gained?
I've got vision.
No.
Yeah, I've got dark vision, and then I think also barrel.
So when Rogue like walked over here, did the two of you gain that kind of just fog of war covered shadow instead of just pure black?
It's pure black.
No, like I can see fog of war covered shadow. Like if I move over here, I can see like into the house.
So like
now.
here, you should be able to actually see stuff, right? When we're
Yeah, I can see
here,
stuff
can
there.
you guys see stuff
I can
over
see
here? Or is
up
it
to
just pure
here.
black?
over
This-
here, it's
right-
just it's fog
Okay,
of war.
it
over
doesn't show me what you guys can see correctly. It shows me what all of you can see combined.
That's a
Which
little
is
weird.
kind
Can you give
of-
me select each of our token, you might be able to
Now,
see.
even when I select each of your tokens, it still shows me what other ones can see, but it shows me in like a black fog of war. Which I don't think is what you guys are seeing. I think you guys are just seeing pitch black.
No, I'm
Yeah, I'm-
seeing what my character can see.
Yeah, I'm seeing pitch black
Yes.
beyond my vision range.
Okay, so I see something different. So we'll just... Okay. So I know what's there either way, so it doesn't really matter whether or not I know that. I just need to keep track of whether or not the guards can see you. So I would say, as you guys are coming around and stuff, especially as you get kind of close to the lights of different places, I think all three of you would need stealth checks.
I'm
That would
avoiding
definitely
the
not be
light.
very high. Yes, definitely avoiding the lights and kind of staying to the forest. You don't feel like you'd reveal yourself, but you might like draw the attention that there is some noise or something.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have bear cast
It's okay.
invisibility on me.
Okay. So still need a stealth check from you, but it will be at advantage and you will be invisible for the next hour. So
So I got plenty of time.
that's
Roxanne,
the
didn't you
spicy
get?
meatball.
Do you get advantage from your rock?
Not for
I don't-
invisibility checks.
What about hiding? Like, what if you put a couple leaves on your rock?
Yeah. What if I make
Um,
it? What if
what I
like,
will
really
say,
screwed up?
so it doesn't seem like you're close enough to anyone to be giving yourself away, Roxanne, but you
Yeah.
would notice, everyone in your group would notice there is the clinking of bottles and other things in Roxanne's bag now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Bottles
that
clanking
is
against
that is
dynamite.
that
On
that-
fire bottles clanking against
No,
dynamite.
they're not on fire yet.
They're not on fire yet.
Here, Roxanne, go
Yeah.
ahead and give me the bag holding.
It's not. I thought I gave the bag of holding to Rogue.
Rogue.
These are just loosely on my person.
I forgot that I can be invisible from bear. So if you give me the bag of holding and the key, I can just sprint to the barn and get the shit done.
Okay, here you go. I give you the bag of holding.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna have Bob charge to that barn while invisible, and we're gonna have Rogue go
Using-
get the key first, so that
Yeah.
Bob can
using
just
the
unlock it
slippers
and
of
get in.
spider. Using this. Well, he's gonna get the key so that I can lock it and get in.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using the boots of spider climbing to essentially just like make all of these barriers irrelevant.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically just get to the barn as fast as I can, get inside, get the drugs, and get the hell out.
That's fair.
Well, after leaving the note as well.
I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna.
You
sit-
want to leave a
sit
scary
down.
note to make them
I sit
Yeah, I
down,
like it.
crisscross applesauce, and just wait.
okay. You meditate. You prepare.
Well, I'm also planning on giving the goblin a stack of ads for Scaly Dan Security Services, touting
Yep.
the fact that they robbed this compound
Yes.
as a
A
penetration test.
little bit of humiliation.
Yeah.
With that in mind, Rogue Blades, could you give me a thieves' tools check?
I can. Tools. Roll. That. Use these tools. Normal. That's going to be a 9.
Okay. That is the DC for opening this door, so you're okay.
Okay.
You go in.
Look,
and-
alright, I'm saving the large rolls for the harder
This
locks.
does not seem like a particularly hard to open door, as it.
Don't worry, I had dynamite for
Oh,
this
sorry, I
situation.
can unlock it. Yeah.
Ah.
It opens and you slide it open. That's what we call a stealth check for opening a door stealthily.
Okay.
If you want to do it stealthily,
I would like to do it stealthily.
I would give you stealth or sleight of hand to open this door.
I'm going
stealthily.
to do stealth because I have advantage on it.
Okay.
I'm just playing with
That's
some
going to be a
rocks on the ground.
21.
Okay. The door silently slides open, glides across the little. You can see a lot of like rugs laid down on this stone floor of this building.
I'm going to. Can I check for possible? This is a
Check for
side
traps?
door. I would like to check for traps. Yes.
Yeah, perception check or investigation, depending on how close you're willing to get.
I would like to perception check. That's going to be a 20.
Okay. I don't know what Roxanne is doing back there, but
Surviving.
My stone pillar fell over.
okay.
I'm stacking rocks on top of each other. It didn't work out this time.
Okay, Rogue, you look in there. It definitely doesn't look like any traps.
Okay. Okay. Good. I'm gonna
I
slip
will say
in.
with a perception check that how you do notice there, it's not a trap, but there is this curtain here that has like what'd you call it? There's some little like beads weighing down the bottom so it doesn't like get pushed by wind or anything. You get the feeling that would make noise if it was slid.
All right.
open.
I am going to close this door so there's not light coming out of it, but I'm not going to relock it.
Okay.
However, if there's
I
light
think
coming out, it could very easily let people know. So I'm just gonna
I'm gonna let
slip
you
in and
keep
shut
the
the door.
same like check for opening and then closing it instantly. If you do them far enough apart, probably different checks, but you
All right.
open it, glance in, slip in, and close it all in one motion.
Sounds good. And
Ooh, this one got a bit higher.
yeah,
Oh
I
dear
need
Lord,
to.
Roxanne.
I'm gonna
It's not
slip
even the
over
same
here.
check.
Yeah,
You
because
slip
I
over
found the
and
rocks already, but
see
now
this
I just
door.
need to perform it.
You can hear someone snoring as you slip up next to this door.
Ooh,
in
that
the
blind
room.
sight's very useful.
Sounds like an old lady.
old
An
lady.
old lady
How?
snore.
That means she could possibly be level 20. 'Cause old people are always strong. We cannot underestimate the elderly.
You do hear like you have blind sight, so
Me,
yeah,
me, me,
you
me, me, me.
hear, you sense and hear with your rogue abilities, you can sense like the movement of like a mace under this person's pillow. As in they're not the movement as in like you sense it's there, not like they're grabbing it or anything. They seem still asleep.
Does Misty Step create noise? Oh, it does have verbal components.
So you can't see into the room right now.
I mean, I have
And
blind sight.
Blind sight doesn't give you sight into the room, it just lets you be aware of creatures and like movement and things within the range of it.
1 second. I wonder what Gary Gygax has to say about this. Motherfucker.
Can I Misty Step with blind sight? You can check what Gary Gygax has to say, motherfucker.
Blind sight qualifies for anything in the D&D rules that requires you to see something provided that thing is within your blind sight's radius. By Jeremy Crawford.
So what does the blind sight say then? Does it say that you see all things or just that you see? Because this is important. That's actually a good point. Blind sight, Dungeons and Dragons. How does it phrase it?
I fell over again.
Can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight within a specific radius. Creatures
Okay,
without
what's the
eyes.
definition?
Yeah, okay.
What's the definition of perceive?
We just read Jeremy
Become
Crawford's
aware
point.
or
Okay,
conscious of, come to realize
you
or
are
understand.
aware of
Interpret
what
or
the
look
inside
on.
of this room, like the textures of the inside of this room, from being this close to it.
I can hear
So
the
yeah,
textures.
you can Misty Step in there.
I can hear it. Is it worth it to... Does... Misty Step has a verbal component, so I would...
You would need essentially a sleight of hand check or a stealth check to hide your casting.
That is... So I would need the same check as if I were to just open the door.
Open the door.
But it might be
Yeah.
slightly lower, depending on... Yeah, I'm just gonna
You'll
open
find
the
out.
door.
Okay.
I'm gonna...
Stealth. This door does not seem locked.
Okay. Nice stealth check. That's gonna be a 17.
Okay. The door wishes open. You can see an old halfling woman. You can see her dark tanned skin, mostly covered by
Can I
a
use
big
my body in
blanket
order to cover
as
a
she is
majority
snoring.
of the light that's coming into the room, mainly onto her? just so it
you
doesn't
can hide
like.
some of it with your stealth, yeah, as you kind of
Yeah.
step into the room. I assume step into the room looking for this key.
And I'm assuming that's also a perception check to find the key. If the key is
I'm
in
gonna
this room,
say perception or investigation.
it's gonna be a 13.
Okay, you kind of glance around the room, looking around. You don't see a key. You see a chest with a like padlock on the front of it. Here. And you see a stack of papers and like books and stuff that might be investigatable here.
This is a lot. I think I'm
As
going
well
to.
as there's a dresser behind you with drawers that could be investigated.
I think I'm going to shut the door so that the light's
Okay.
not in
It
here.
closes back. There is a small amount of candlelight in this room from a candle on this table. And if I check, yeah, okay, so there's a small light from that, and there's also a small amount of like furnace light because that fire pit also seems to come out on this side, and there's a little bit of firelight coming in from this side as well.
All right.
So this room is kind of like little parts of it are brightly lit, and then her bed and this like these two squares are dimly lit.
I, like Shrek in the Night, would like to investigate this dresser.
Okay.
Perceive what's in this
I
dresser, not
heard there
investigate.
was a secret chord. It's still an investigation check.
Damn.
Naska, please stop rolling.
It's gonna be a 6.
I'm trying to build a
Okay.
rock pyramid. I'm bored.
So you are pulling
Also,
out
while I'm
drawers.
doing this, y'all can also do stuff.
I'm just
You realize
building a
this is
rock pyramid.
this is a very creaky like dresser. And you kind of open the top drawer very, very slowly, and you feel it's going to take you a really long time to investigate this. It might be faster to investigate the other stuff and then come back here if you don't find the key.
Yeah, that's probably a better plan. Do we want to switch over to the people on the outside, or
I will say, if they want to know, for example, what's going on right now, Rogue, you spend, maximum a minute right now getting into this building. As that minute goes by, you can see kind of bored looking guards looking around, just kind of stationed at different points, looking out into the night. Nothing dramatic changes, nothing in particular changes. You can see sometimes maybe a dog walks up for pets, but outside of that, nothing in particular.
My rock
Bob is
stack's going
invisible.
well.
Bob's really hard to see when he's invisible. Hello. There you are.
Hello.
Yeah, so
I don't even see him on my screen.
as
I just see
Roxanne-
Bob.
Oh
just
yeah, you
float-
literally can't see Bob. 'cause
I
he's
just
invisible.
see
That all makes sense.
Bear just floating there.
With that in mind,
I'm just building a rock
are
stack
either
as I'm
either
waiting.
Bob or Roxanne doing? Yes, so Roxanne, you're building a rock stack.
I'm just bored
That's
sitting here.
Listen, building a rock stack is a stealth check. That's what it is. Because you can build a rock stack. You're Roxanne. The question
19.
is whether or not it falls down and makes noise. You are good. You make no
I'm
loud
just-
noises.
I'm just kind of waiting until I get the key from Rogue because that's kind of a
That's true. You're
requirement for the
waiting-
next part of the plan.
Okay, you're waiting right at the
Alright.
door, just ready to hoof it. Okay.
then I guess
So
I'll continue
Rogue.
investigating.
Okay, books or chest?
Books.
Okay, investigation
Nerd.
check.
16.
Okay, you go amongst the books. You find lots of ledgers of like ideas for different concoctions of things to maybe help with different ailments, but no key from what you look through. You check. There's no like false books or anything from what you can tell as you go through them.
I guess I gotta check the
So then we
chest.
turn to the chest.
Yep.
Okay, we go up to this chest, and I will say it is locked as you go to it, so you don't have to do 2 investigation checks, just one to find out it's locked.
Okay.
So
Well,
you can
I guess I'll
thieves'
try and
tools
open
away
it.
at that.
Yeah. Use thieves' tools. Normal.
In the
15.
otherwise, okay. In the silence of this room, just this crackling of fire, just a little candle flick in the corner of your eye. You reach out in the dark and skillfully pick this lock silently. And the chest opens slowly. You look in. Investigation check.
All right. 16.
Okay. And I'll say you didn't have to roll high to notice the key in it. There is a key. There is also a scroll and some gold pieces in this chest.
Man, I should have bought a fake key. Damn. Do I have anything that could be funny to leave in here?
You have a dildo.
Dill, don't do that.
You're trying to be a little bit more sophisticated here, Naska.
I don't have a piece
we're
of
the-
paper
we're a
to just say
sophisticated bunch of
to
chuckle
just put
fucks.
a piece of paper that says borrowed where the key is. So I guess I'm just going to take the key and cuz I don't want to steal. Stealing's wrong.
You could
Pirates
just leave them
never
for
steal.
gold, but then the gold does have my face on it.
Pirates never steal. But pirates also take keys cuz keys aren't worth anything. So I'm going to close the chest back up only taking the key.
Okay. You heading out?
Yes I will.
Let's do a stealth check to get out of the house now.
All right. Stealth check. That's going to be a 19.
Okay, door open.
Rogue
Out of
out.
this one. Over to here. This
I'm
door.
still here?
Are you locking this door behind you?
I should. So I am.
Okay, you can. It locks from the inside, so you can lock it as you close it.
All right.
Hit.
Bob, are you
I'm right here.
Bob, are you right there?
I'm right here.
I mean,
Okay, I
Bear's
can
just
see
kinda
you
floating
just
on his
bare
shoulder.
I can feel you there.
He has blind sense. He can
Ah.
sense you.
I pull out the key and I hand it over.
All right. He will take the key.
He floats in the air before turning
Right.
invisible as well.
Wish
Is
me
Bear
luck.
invisible?
Good luck. I'll be out
Um,
here.
Bear
Scream
is
if you
not
need me.
invisible unless he goes in your backpack.
Oh God, I clicked on Bear and I lost track of Bob. Oh shit.
You can't even
Just
see
use the select
yourself.
tool.
I will make you uninvisible.
You can't even
Thank
see
God, okay.
yourself.
All
I'm
right,
the
I'm gonna leave
only one
Bear
who can
here.
see you.
Okay,
Oh,
just
okay.
leave Bear. Just
You
leave
leave
Bear
Bear
Just
on
gonna
here.
chill,
me.
folks. Yeah.
Just leave Bear on me, so I know if things go awry.
All right.
I just
so
start
I'm gonna
petting
move
Bear.
here.
All right, I'm going to get in a good position to be
And-
able to like vault this just in case I hear something, but also like stealth
Okay.
in the bushes.
And
Hi
I
there,
will.
Bear. How are you doing, Bear?
I'll climb up the gate to get a view of everything around.
Okay, so you have a stealth check advantage and you're invisible, so it's not like you'd reveal yourself instantly as like being you. You just we want to see if anyone hears something weird happen from doing this.
Okay, let's see. Stealth advantage. 21.
Okay.
Whew.
You rogue, I bet, doesn't even notice you go up the side of this fence and down the other.
Not passively.
And
Bob
into the
has
trees.
a
You're right,
connection
my
with
passive
Bear,
perception
right?
is only
I
17.
can move you here. I believe within a certain range, Bob can gain the ability to see through Bear's eyes.
I just want to know if Bob can tell Bear if he's in trouble.
Yes. As long as Bob has the book, he can talk to Bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I just have Bear there petting him.
All right. So I see this guard here.
Ye-
I don't see any others right now. Oh wait, there's
You can
one down
see
by
there's
the
a guard
docks, yeah.
here, and you would also see way over here. I don't know if you could see them all the way over here, but you would see at least like torchlight with what looks like probably people
Okay.
all the way over here.
So it's looking like going through here might be my best bet to avoid detection. So I'm gonna go here.
I will say, as you start to go that way too, you would see down in this way. It's like a little open area right now. There's like a front gate that's open here, and you can see there are at least through some open windows. There's some. I'm gonna unselect you because it keeps bringing me back. There's some like candle light or otherwise like furnace light coming through these windows of all these buildings down here. And it looks like some of them have a little bit of movement going on in them that you can't see until you get up to about where you are right now. At which point you can see there's some sleeping dogs, sleeping people in some of them, and it looks like in other ones there might be awake people that are currently like writing at desks with like a sleeping dog behind them. And you kind of make your way stealthily in, and around them you can hear as well, it sounds like sleeping horses or something this way.
It's lagging a little bit for me, but yeah.
Are you able to use the WASD and it lags less? Mine tends to lag a lot less when I use WASD. You can see there's a big metal gate that looks lockable, but it is currently open as you come up towards it. One of the sides.
Okay. Well, I'll climb over it instead, because if I can do that quieter on like the solid thing here, then I don't have to risk like hinge squeaks.
That's a possibility. Yeah, you climb up the side, pop onto the other.
All right, where's this barn? I'm not seeing anything light up.
Looking around, you would see the barn here. You can't see it because it's covered by the fog board, but you'd see the outside of the barn. This is the guy you're looking for. Now, I will say, as you approach this part of the buildings, because they're so close to the river, there is a wall here. And then on this side of the wall, these buildings, specifically this barn and this big building, are actually on stilts. And you can see that both these stilted buildings, like this building is 15 feet off the ground on stilts, and this building is 5 feet off the ground on stilts. So in order to get up it, you either would have to climb on the bottom of it and see if there's a way in on other ways, or you'd have to go up on this like exposed balcony.
All right.
Now, you are invisible, so it probably doesn't affect either way. But
yeah. All right. I'm gonna trust that they don't have traps along the patrol route, because that seems like it would be an accident waiting to happen.
it seems like a possibility. That seems like a good thought as you approach. I would say you hear people talking this way as well.
Oh, that way? Okay.
It sounds like there's probably people up. I don't know why that door is locked. It's not supposed to be. Don't worry about it. This door doesn't have a lock on it, but it's okay. This you hear like there's probably people in the building through this door.
All right. Well, I will try and stealthily unlock this door with the key.
Okay.
And try to quietly slip inside.
Okay, so you put the key in first, and the door does not unlock with it.
Are you shitting me?
No. The key is for the thing on the inside. You would figure this door might not unlock with it. But this doesn't look like this looks like a lock that might. This is just a padlock. It might be openable even without thieves' tools, with just a sleight of hand check. You think? It's not like a. This does not seem to be the door that they don't want people getting into, right? It seems like it might. Like it seems like it might actually not have been locked, and they added a lock on it, as opposed to, the other way around. So this might not be to their old key set.
I'll make an attempt. I'm only half proficient at this because of my jack of all trades thing.
Okay. So I will say you probably want to do a stealth check and a sleight of hand check to try to open this thing, because you don't have thieves' tools, so you're just gonna essentially yank it. Okay, so you feel pretty stealthy as you sit and go to yank this thing open.
And 16 to open the lock.
Okay, so you literally just cup it in like your elbow armpit, your weenus, and just yank a little bit, and it just pops right off. No longer locked.
All right. Whew. Okay. So then
you open the door. There's a sleeping dog. And as you open the door, the light, I would say you open it slow enough that as you're opening it, you reveal, just in this beam of light from the torch behind you, a mastiff that's about your size.
I hate everything about this.
In front of you.
Are there coup de grace rules in 5e?
I don't know what that means.
Basically, if there's a helpless enemy, you auto crit.
Oh, you would. I mean, he's unconscious right now, so yeah, you'd auto crit him. He's sleeping.
I'm not sure I want to go down that road. Right, anyway.
You would know doing anything hostile gets rid of your invisibility.
Yeah, I know.
So you did a stealth check that was a 23. If you feel like you could get higher, you could try another one. Or you can just come in and sneak past this guy, hoping he doesn't realize you're not someone he trusts.
I think I'm going to.
You feel really stealthy right now. I will give you
I was
that.
gonna say I rolled a 16, so it's gonna be hard to beat that even with advantage.
No, you rolled a 23.
Well, you rolled
No,
a
I
16
rolled a 23
plus
total, so
7,
16
right?
base is what I'm saying, like on a die.
I will say as well, you see an internally locked set of glass windows that are openable here as
Trying to
well.
see if there's anything else that I can possibly do if shit goes south. I don't think so. I don't have any of the like bullshitty powers because. Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait,
Hold on to me.
does the Mastiff understand a language?
Not like spoken, right? He probably understands commands, like verbal commands of some kind, but you also know you would give yourself away if you spoke.
Well, the thing is, though, I'm a great old one, warlock, so I have the telepathy thing. Give me 1 second here.
So beasts
Okay,
in general do not like
Yeah, their intelligence
speak
is
a
high enough to speak
language.
a language yet.
Right. There's a difference between like actually speaking common and understanding verbal commands. So if you went in their head, you might be able to give them a verbal command, but that would also wake them up. Right. So
That's
they'd be
fair,
like
yeah.
actively making a perception check.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, okay, never mind. So yeah. So I'm not gonna bother with the dog right now if it's still sleeping.
It does seem to be asleep. It doesn't sound like you woke it up from like opening the door or anything. You reach back and close the door.
Me, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So again, I'll give you that as just your full stealth check as you slink in. You kind of step into the room and you can see there is a chest here. There appears to be a trap door here, and then there's this window with locks, like turnable locks on like an inside shutter. Right. So there's two shutters that have locks on them, and then there's a glass window on the inside, and then the windows can be opened, and then the shutters can be unlocked and opened. And then on this side, again, as you like kind of step in and look around, chest looks like a trap door.
All right.
And you are looking around the room, right? As you step in, I assume. Do you want a perception check for traps?
Might as well. All right. Let's see. $15.
Okay. You look around the room. The chest is trapped, and you were told the key gets rid of that trap.
Okay.
And this trapdoor is trapped. Looks like if it opens, it would trigger something.
Okay. And I'm assuming that they're. All right. Well, I'm going to use the key on this chest first because if this is where the drugs are, then that's just going to end the mission right there. Like I'm just going to get the fuck out of here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get through that trapdoor.
That's fair. Okay. So you put the key in the lock, turn it, and you can see there is like this like scintillating blue hue that appears around the chest as you turn the key, and then the hue dissipates. And the box unlatches and is openable.
All right.
Okay.
We'll slowly open the chest.
I'm gonna ask for a stealth check to open the chest.
God damn it.
You still have you're invisible, you have plenty of time to do this, right? So you definitely have advantage on opening it.
25.
Okay, the chest slowly opens up. You look in, there is a set of looks like papers and manuscripts. There are a couple baggies of things, and there are a couple jewels and like pieces of coin.
Okay. So are the baggies the drugs you've been sent to get, presumably?
You get the feeling they could be, yeah. If you go ahead and like pick one up, they're definitely They're a little bit heavy, and there's almost like as you pick it up, just this very, very faint waft of what's it, brimstone, like sulfur. This is very faint smell of sulfur that your lizard senses pick up.
And what was the drug called again?
Asmodeus dust.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like a devil name if I ever heard one. So, um, let's see. Would I need to make like an Arcana or something like that to like definitively identify this as the drug, or
if you want to make a medicine check to make sure it like fits the description, you're welcome to. There's nothing in there that would like feel like it would match it more.
Yeah, I have no idea.
So I will say what you pick up, you kind of open it and use your senses to try to like, while not waking the dog, just get a feel for this thing. It is a very strong, smelly substance as you open it, like very sulfurous, and you feel like opening it, like if you try to take a whiff of this thing, it would affect you in some way.
All right, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that then.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll be putting the baggies in the bag of holding.
Okay.
What is the contents of the papers?
You pick them up. There are you pick them up, and there is a couple different things. There is a set of like delivery papers that are clearly trying to be kept hidden, that are like a like you owe us kind of statement. And then you kind of rifle through it, and there is a comic book.
Which one is it?
It is Captain Alley. Well, sorry, Cadet Alley. Cadet Alley's final adventure. Cadet Alley finds the Lily of Legend.
All right. Well, we're taking that as well. I'm actually going to take the entire stack of papers because I feel like we could just turn that over.
Oh.
Okay. So you get all that stuff.
Yep. And let's see what else was in there. Some jewels.
There's some jewels. So there's the papers. You grab the drugs. There's some jewels and some coins.
All right, I'll take the jewels and coins as well because might as well just fucking clean them out.
Okay, you pick up about 20 platinum pieces and about 10 gold pieces.
All right.
So there's just a little bit of coins, and then you find a, what would this be called? I don't remember what the jewel is called. I just remember it's worth 50 gold pieces.
The
I just wrote down jewel 50 gold pieces.
All right, that's fine.
We can identify it later when you feel like
Yeah.
making it.
It looks like it's worth,
about 50 gold pieces.
About 50 gold pieces.
All right. All right. So then I will place both the key and the note that we had written beforehand about Scaly Dan's security services into the chest. And then you'll slowly close it.
Okay. Closed. You got really high stealth before. You're okay. You open it, swipe everything, close it.
And then Bob is going to move over here. He's going to see if he can spot any traps on the window.
You look out this window. It doesn't look trapped. It does just look thoroughly locked from the inside.
Okay. Then Bob is actually going to place the padlock like right here on the ground next to the door.
Okay.
It's going to go over here, and these locks, they're just turn locks, right?
Yes, they're like internal turn locks. You feel like there's probably some sort of mechanism that you'd have to go through to open them from the outside, but on the inside, they are just turn locks.
Okay. Then, yeah, he's just going to open up the window.
Okay, so I am going to need a stealth check. I think this is not going to require multiple unless you roll, like, low enough that this dog wakes up from opening this.
I rolled a nat 20.
You walk over and open both sides of the window. These two glass panes open out, and then unlatch the locks and open up to see a like 15-foot, no, it'd be 10-foot drop down into bushes. And then beyond that, you can't see it because it's not part of the map. There is another 15-foot drop into the river.
Okay.
Can
well,
I, getting a bit bored,
please,
make a
please,
time
Naska.
bomb using the 2 dynamite sticks?
No, Naska.
I can't stop you from doing that.
Neither can I, unfortunately.
Can I, using like the 2
I
sticks
mean,
of
like,
dynamite
you
and my
just
rock?
essentially you just put them next to each other, and like they have a wick. So when you light this wick, it goes off after you don't know how long.
Yeah, no, I just want to make it time to. Like, can I use
When
like
you
just leave my rock on it with like a flint strike, pretty much?
you want to leave your rock to flint the dynamite when you
Yeah,
tell it to.
yeah.
So it's not timed. It's just you
Well,
tell your
I guess.
rock to do it.
Yeah, I guess no longer time. Just
Okay.
remote detonation.
Are you able to wordlessly communicate with your rock, or do you have to talk to it? Does it obey
Well,
your
I can
verbal
just tell
commands or
my.
any commands?
I can just tell my rock in like an hour.
Okay. I will say you've been waiting probably 2.5 minutes, right? Like
Yeah, I
from
say
the
in like an
start.
hour, and an hour's time, just set it off and blow up, and then I'll just have them
Okay.
come back tomorrow when I go to bed.
Okay. Okay. So you leave 2 sticks of dynamite and a rock with a flint and steel in the woods.
No, no, no. I'm gonna put it up next to the gate. I'm gonna build it out there, then put it up next against the wall,
Where?
like there,
Like there. Okay.
where I pinged. Yeah,
So you go over there.
I'm
yeah,
not gonna look because Bob wouldn't know.
Yeah, so you go over here.
yeah.
Bear teleports to another dimension. Teleports to the hobgoblin dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can see Bear like tugging on the back of your shirt, like, what are you doing? As you walk up here and you make a stealth check, both for yourself and because you're setting a little trap.
Does Rogue see this at all?
Depends on what stealth check you make.
18.
Rogue, what's your passive perception?
Rogue, you're muted.
Tito Jones,
17.
don't die. You don't, Rogue, you don't see her till she's back in your like direct view and not in the bushes. So Roxanne, you set a little trap and you leave your guy. Well, he's still
Oh yeah.
over
I'm gonna
here.
Well,
move
I
away
know.
from the wall.
Stop moving him, Roxanne.
I'm gonna move
I'm-
away from the wall.
You just see Roxanne exit the bushes in the corner of your vision.
I immediately
Pursued
start
by
moving away
bears.
from the wall.
Specifically this bear. Okay.
I feel like
That is
Roxanne
it.
and Rogue are complete
So an
opposites
hour
because
from now,
Rogue actually
you're
is-
going to set off 2 dynamite sticks right here.
Rogue
Yes.
does what?
Okay.
Rogue continually like mutes himself for too long, and Roxanne just never mutes.
It's an accident. I always forget that I mute myself.
So that's what goes. So you guys don't see Bob as he disappears after telling Rogue he's going. Rogue walks over to Roxanne and then sits to like wait for a signal or for Bob to return. And then sees out of the corner of his eye Roxanne emerge from a direction he did not see her go in. Out of the forest. Okay.
and then
Bob,
Rogue
what are you up
immediately starts
to?
moving away from the direction she came in.
Yes. I
Bob, once again, utilizing
go
the most
pee,
useful
Rogue.
items he's ever bought, the boots of spider climbing, will
You
walk
climb out.
alongside the wall here.
Are you closing this stuff? Or are you
Oh, no,
leaving it
the-
open?
I'll leave the window open, actually.
Okay, so there's the windows and the shutters. You leave it open and head out.
Actually, I'll close the shutters to
Just so there's
make it-
no like dim lights from anything coming in.
yeah, so there's no dim light
Okay.
coming in, and also so that they don't.
Well,
immediately
natural
notice
20
that-
can let you do that. Yeah, you slink out, stand like it's like Rainbow Six Siege, Bob.
Pretty
Just
much.
close the windows and you slink away along the back wall.
And then at this point, he would basically, since he saw that this area had been pretty much cleared, would try and get through here again.
That's
Try
doable.
and cut across.
Climb
and-
over
Yeah. And go this
and head
way.
back. Okay. And see, you're still invisible, so nothing really. There's nothing to stop you from making your way.
You didn't see anything, Bear.
He's dipping, ducking, diving, and dodging all the way back through this little patch.
Bear, I'll give you some snacks if you don't tell Bob. It'll be a funny prank.
Right, then I gotta be put over this wall.
So, Bob, what's your passive perception? Bob's dead.
Checking. 13.
Okay, so you also don't notice the little bomb thing set up over here as you step over the thing
That's fine.
in the bushes.
For a minute there, I was like, is there a fucking trap on the perimeter that I just missed by a
No,
square when I
you
came in?
don't notice. You don't notice the new trap.
It's not even a
Set by your
trap because it
friend.
doesn't. The trap. It's not a trap that it because it's not triggered by people. It's triggered by time.
Okay.
I just left him a
fine.
little pipe
So if
bomb.
they cast Find Trap, they wouldn't know it's there. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
meant
because
to
it's
be
not.
triggered
It's
by
not a.
anyone.
It's not technically a trap. It's just a pipe bomb I left in their mailbox.
Okay. Well,
Jesus Christ.
okay. I suppose,
don't know.
in a way, that's what happened. And Bob,
you
you
think
come
about it.
back over to them.
Bob would
Guys,
probably
I got this.
scare. Ah!
Jesus.
Welcome back,
Don't
Bob.
scare us.
I saw you there before you started talking. That's why.
Bear flies back over and sits on your invisible shoulder.
You
Oh,
will pet
there
Bear
you
and
are.
give him a small piece of chocolate.
He eats it ravenously.
Yummers.
All right, so we have everything. We can just leave.
Okay.
Aye, let's go.
We leave.
You
You must gather your party before continuing forward.
God,
You
I'll
must
show you
gather your
barbecue.
party before venturing forth. You
Here,
must gather your
here,
party
here,
before
here.
venturing forth.
Oh, you're not
Right.
even gonna have. You're invisible here
I'm
too.
still
See, why does
invisible.
this carry over? The other stuff I didn't carry over, but for some reason you being invisible carries over.
All right.
And you make your way back into the city now in the middle of the night.
I need to
There
get
are
more dynamite
very
sticks.
few people out as you're coming.
Did you
this
put all
way.
the fire bombs in that as well, or just the
No,
dynamite?
it's
Just
just
two
a dynamite.
dynamites. You still have 6 fire bombs and a smoke grenade. So, as you're making your way this
back
way,
to
you
our
would
block.
notice, the movement of like large creatures flying overhead in the darkness towards this big building that's like it's like 150 feet tall in the middle of
So, like-
otherwise like 1 to 2 story buildings, and
Like
it's
Indian
got a bunch of
rockers.
like balconies outcropping, and it just there's things flying back and forth from that building, it looks like, in the night.
Oh, that was easy and boring.
That's the way you want a heist to go.
Nah, I guess.
When things get
I-
interesting, Roxanne, is when things get dangerous.
Yeah,
It
I
all
just sat
depends
on
on
the
the
wall
theme song.
side there. I stacked. I made a nice stack of rocks.
Fair enough. Well, I was thinking we could.
We followed you from your
anonymously
stack of
tip
rocks.
these- I think we could anonymously tip the city guard with these papers, which is basically who they sold to.
Aye.
Also them admitting to demanding payment. And then I also left the Scaly Dan note.
Scaly Daniel.
Are we gonna go give those drugs back to Ubalek?
So it is of no, the demand of payment is other people demanding that they be paid for a shipment from
Oh,
the compound.
okay. So other people are demanding payment from the people in the compound for a shipment to the compound?
Yeah, so they have some sort of debt that they haven't paid.
Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt, Mr. DeWitt.
And you all make your way through this city.
Down,
Look at all y'all.
We're
You
gonna
pass
work our
this
way-
big
Right.
church.
Do we
you
want to
go
go?
through some-
Do we want to go by the
I
cassette
will say,
control or to the
so
bottom?
now that it's this late, there's a closed gate here
Oh,
as you
okay.
make your way back.
I guess
You
we could
guys
hit the rest
like
of the nest up.
very
a-
stealthy if you want to just like
I can just fly over it.
get over it secretly. You could stealth over
I'd
it,
have to
or you
climb.
could go. There is the restful nest as well. You could stay at. Those are
You
those are
guys
both
just want to
options.
stay at this inn right here?
To be fair, I would like to be on the other side of this. That way we have a solid alibi.
That's fair.
True.
If we sleep on the same side that the heist took place on, and Bob's going to be saying that telepathically to them, then we might be new targets since we meet you in town.
That's fair.
So
Yeah,
do
Roxanne flies up over
I-
Roxanne. Here's what I'll say: you fly up to go over this thing, and you look to your left, and about 20 feet away, there's a ballista with a dude on it looking at you. What do you do?
Me being a bit tired, like, man, I just want to get back home. I was out late partying.
You
Like, I even showed him like the beers.
okay? Make a deception check with advantage because it doesn't look like he cares.
12.
We can open the gate, ma'am.
Oh, that would be useful. And I just fly back
Okay.
down.
Well, you hear it sounds like a couple other guards too come out, and like 2 guards come out and stand next to the gate on either side, and it sounds like a third winches up and the gate begins to clunk 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 ride up.
What happened to my
and-
mouse? Where's my mouse?
Well, you were witnessed here now leaving,
yeah, I
but
think
it's
we should
not
hide
like
on this ship.
Yeah, I was going to say, what I was going to do is I was going to stuff Roxanne in the bag of holding and then sneak past it. But
it's too late. She did a stealth check. So
I'm just tired. I just want to go home and
See the
sleep.
guards. You can hide or whatever you want to
I'm
do.
gonna
Roxanne is
hide.
now
I'm gonna
definitely
hide.
Okay, there are like bushes and like fences and houses and stuff, so you guys could duck behind an alleyway.
That's a
or
nice
something if you want
20.
to not be seen by the guards.
um,
But then you would be trying to stealth over this thing again.
yeah, I don't want to take the risk because I don't have advantage anymore unless the invisibility is still active.
Unless you turned it off, you can still have it on.
All right, I probably wouldn't have turned it off simply because I'm paranoid about being witnessed.
Okay.
So
I mean,
I'll
you still
hide.
probably have at
Roxanne is the
least, like,
only
15
one
minutes
seen
of it.
and the only one seen purchasing bombs beforehand.
Oh god!
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah. Well, Roxanne, you walk through a gate as your friends hide and watch on in horror.
Man,
The 2 of you, I assume, then Bob, I don't even think you need a stealth check to get over. You're invisible and can just
Yeah, and
walk.
how's your
over it.
night
spider
guard,
climb, yeah.
Mr. Guards?
You get over it, Rogue. You
I've got
climb
a
the wall. I
20
assume on the other
stealth.
side, stealth it. Yep. You go ahead and athletics check as well. Doesn't look like a hard DC. There's multiple like bushes and trees and stuff to climb up to get across this thing.
I give each
Good
of
to
the
know.
guards there a platinum piece
athletics
for
check.
helping me.
That's gonna
for
be a
just like
6.
opening the door and just.
Can I Misty Step
light.
instead?
You can, yes. So you start to climb a tree over here, and it's just you're tired. You guys have been wandering around all day, and you kind of look up and just appear on top of the wall.
Cast.
I'd like to give the guards who open the gate a platinum coin each. Just
I mean,
because
turn around and give them a platinum coin each.
How many?
Okay.
How many are there? 3
There's,
or like
there's
4?
3. There'd be 3
Plus-
here. There's one like who just winched up, and there's 2 people standing on either side.
What about the
So-
guy up top?
Down, Jesus Christ!
He's all the way up there on a ballista.
So I could say 4 and tell them to just give it to the guy on the ballista.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I give them 4, then tell them to give 1 to the ballista guy.
They
Say,
don't
"Thank
tell
you
him
for-"
and they split it
Well-
between themselves.
I said thank you
very
for
much, ma'am.
thank you for opening the gate. I got lost. I thought
Yep.
my
Have
I
a good
thought-
night.
yeah. You
Uh,
too.
Goodbye.
I thought the hotel I was staying at was over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm just
thought-
sneaking along the bushes in my
Yeah.
cloak.
You make it back to the bridge. This city, Bob would know this. This city is rather empty at night.
Yeah,
Seems like everybody who's not like doing an official thing seems
What's
to
up?
be asleep.
Okay.
There's very few people out and about,
Are we going back to
which
give Oog,
allows
like,
you to slip rather easily through the city.
I'm just gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Go
go
to
to
the
the
All
like
Roads
the,
Inn.
yeah.
You go in there and you see the All Roads Inn still not like bustling anymore. It seems like most of the people that came in have gone to sleep, but Oblak is still there, and there's still a couple patrons that look like they either just came in or recently came in that are still like around. There's some groups that look like they're a little bit similar to you guys. They're like some sort of like ragtag group of people that just blew into town too, looking for stuff.
How long have we traveled for?
Now, you guys spend another about half hour getting across the whole city. So, Bob, your invisibility would end
Yeah.
like just before you get around this way. So you're in like the main court square, like
Yeah.
the main square
Oh, hi there,
of the
Bob.
city when your invisibility wears off.
Is it too late to say I took a moment to kind of post up some of the Scaly Dan notices about the robbery, like on this side of town?
If you're okay with your invisibility wearing off a little bit sooner, what
As
part
long
of
as I was able
town?
to get past the gate.
Like
uh,
all the way on this part of the town?
Yeah. So like as
Yeah,
we were
you
going
take a
up
couple
this
extra
road,
minutes.
yeah, just take a
Yeah.
couple extra minutes to post up a few notices about Scaly Dan's
Scaly
penetration
Dan.
testing services. Claim to fame, we recently robbed the what was the name of the compound? Did we have a name?
The
It
compound.
seemed like the guy called it the Arvorian compound. Arvorian just
Oh, yeah.
being like a more locally known deity of the halflings.
Yep. Scaly Dan's penetration services. You're going to need more than a shitty padlock and a dog to stop us.
You just add a little note on it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That is fun.
The irony of what's about to unfold. It's gonna be funny.
Well, you guys aren't even there when there's a big.
Oh no.
Oh, oh,
You
There
don't
we
even
go.
hear it. There's
I
not
know
any-
it. I know it happened though because my rock disappeared and I can feel it. Probably disappearing.
Your rock does die. So you
Jesus
summon a new
Christ.
one, I assume, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I can finally summon it back now. Okay.
what a good time. You return to the All Roads Inn. Okay, Oblak's still in his corner. Now like fully asleep as you come around the way.
Okay. Bob will sit down at the other end of the table and lightly knock
That's
on it
kinda
to
like
wake him up.
He goes, Nobody woke me. I'm supposed to be in the graveyard right now. Right. He like starts standing up on his peg leg, like wobbling a little bit, clearly more drunk than he was before you guys were here.
Hey, Oblak. Job's done. And
You got it?
Already?
It's been like 2 hours.
I'll give him the baggies.
Eh,
Oh.
you left him a gift too.
And
Oh.
here, I've got two presents for you. They'll say, sliding over the stack of papers, saying, looks like they're in debt to somebody. You could possibly use that as leverage.
Uh,
And
And
then,
probably have to pay for some gate
Uh,
repairs.
and
What was
just to
what
fuck
was
with them
that,
a little
Roxanne?
bit,
I'm probably gonna have to pay for gate repairs as well.
What is that? What you were doing over there?
you roughed him up a little bit.
Oh,
I roughed up the gate a little bit. It should have been. It should have gone off by now. I can summon my rock again.
Well, also, have you ever heard of Scaly Dan's Protective Services?
No.
They have now. He'll say, sliding across the fake ad that he's been posting up.
Hey.
Oh,
They're definitely gonna hear about it too.
Even
you're
left a note.
Scaly Dan. Yeah.
Even left a note in the in the chest where everything was in. So
Yeah, you guys should.
4 people died in that fire.
That's Well, I guess I owe you a favor. You already paid me for the other stuff.
Hey, that sounds fine.
And yeah, you guys like. I was like, listen, I didn't tell you that. I know a little, like, I can show you. I'm supposed to go to the graveyard anyway. I can like bring you there if you want. I can get you in.
And
I don't know
what
if
would
you
we do
guys want to
there?
go tonight, but I mean, it's a good idea to either go tonight or maybe like during morning prayer or something. That way, nobody's down there.
And
That
do
is
what?
true, and we have been here for the last couple hours, just kind of hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Why are we going to the graveyard?
We're
felt
not.
like
We
it
Because
was
need,
I
I think we need.
I'm
to get
pretty
some
sure
sleep.
it can. There's noises when you go in the crypts. It connects to the tunnels underground. I bet
Oh,
they
you want us to
yeah.
explore the crypt? Okay.
Well, you guys want to find the dude.
Yeah.
That's
sorry.
the whole point. That's what you
I'm a
said.
bit
He's like
tired.
holding his
Sorry.
hands out at
I-
you.
I
Like,
was
what are you
falling-
talking about?
Yeah,
Sorry, I was falling asleep out there. It got really boring. That's why I left them a pipe bomb.
What's that?
Basically, I took 2 sticks of dynamite, put my rock there, told it to spark it in an hour, and blow
Bob's
up.
gonna slowly put his head
I
in his
want a nice
hands.
cold beach. Not here. I want a nice cold beach.
Roxanne.
There's a bunch of ice everywhere.
All right, I'm gonna bring this to a telepathic conversation. Roxanne, you left them a pipe bomb.
Yes, I
You were
did, Bob.
spotted leaving that side of town, and then reinforced that memory by tipping the guards an exorbitant amount.
Yeah, I
Bob
know. I was
posted up
very
notes
thankful.
taunting them.
Yeah.
Roxanne,
Yeah.
if they have anybody who's reasonably intelligent, which is what you're supposed to be as an engineer and a wizard, they're going to put two and two together and know that you were there.
I'm book smart,
going to
and
blame
not
you
wisdom
for
are
street
the
the
theft.
smart.
same thing.
Hi, Aunt Lo Wiz.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, pretty
oh,
much.
oh. We need to.
Hey, You're the one
How-
who left me
How
alone.
can we traffic Elf out of here? I don't know.
Man,
We might have to
I
leave
got-
for like 100 years.
I got bored,
Pull an
alright?
old
We'll
Captain
just
Alley,
cause
if you will.
crimes.
I'm not even
Well, I
saying
mean,
this in my
like-
head. I'm saying this out loud because I'm too tired.
You could
to
always
even
just
think
like
about it.
go join the. Well, you're not a goblin though. This guy would be like thinking about too. He's also like, how do we get her out of town?
I'm just
I
like,
mean,
we got a
like-
favor from this guy. Maybe he knows something.
You could disappear in the caves.
I don't
You
feel
could
like
not
that is.
Disappear. He like does air quotes. You could disappear in the caves. Wait, not the cave part. That's real. That's where you're going. But like
You
the
c-
other part, she doesn't. She could.
Bob, how
she could
how
die
how is
in the
your
cave.
ability to make missing person posters?
I could just dye like my whole head red.
How about this? How about this? This is what I'm gonna recommend. Roxanne, I think we need to go back to the ship.
This is so far of a walk.
Roxanne, I think we need to go back to the ship, and I think you need to stay there while we talk to Bo Davies. Because if you're seen wandering around town during a potential criminal investigation, I feel like they're going to arrest you.
And you
And
can't work on the ship as well because it'd be so obvious in building the giant canyon. I can't have fun ever.
Roxanne,
To be fair,
You did-
setting bombs was your
Yeah,
fun
well-
you got to have.
Yeah, because all I could do. I got tired of stacking rocks. At least I didn't start
Look,
throwing
I
the
don't
rocks.
want to
what?
leave you on
how
the
about
boat.
this?
I'm
Roxanne, you
fine.
can stay with us, but if we have to encounter the guards and I have to try and convince them not to arrest you, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to. And that's going to be a consequence that you're going to have to deal with as a course of your actions.
How many
Just drop a
times can
smoke bomb and fly away.
After
how many times can you
smoke bomb and fly away.
how many
Yeah.
times can Bear use invisibility?
Once per day.
Okay, well
once
that's
per day.
tomorrow we'll have an hour.
He's like, I gotta go to the cemetery. Are you coming with me?
I guess.
I mean, if we go into the cemetery all night long, we could camp in the cemetery. I'm not
you
opposed to
guys-
this.
It's nothing new. I've slept near dead bodies before.
If you guys follow him towards the cemetery, you step out and hear what sounds like metal boots marching away from you. You know, like this way.
It's already begun. Fantastic.
Let's
It's
get
definitely,
to the
definitely
graveyard.
some group of guards has been summoned.
Let's
you
get to
would
the
know he
graveyard,
goes-
away from
Yeah,
these people. We can
I'm
be
a
in the
little late
crypt while
'cause I
this
fell
happens.
asleep. But that's kind of good because you got the CB again before I
Aye,
was in
that
the
do be
cemetery. That
true.
would have been, especially because you would have been seen. We can just Follow me.
Uh,
He's like,
Oblek,
you guys
I
start
might
going to
need
agree
you to
about it,
go
and he
buy me a
brings you to
disguise kit
tree,
tomorrow.
and there's a little tree here, and under the tree there's like a root structure, and he goes, follow me, and he
Alright.
climbs into the root structure, and there's a little hole that goes
Can I
under
just
it
fly
into
over?
the cemetery. If you want to do a stealth check
I
to
wasn't
avoid
trying
the
to.
guards seeing you, you can fly over, or
No.
you can take the secret passage.
I'm taking
I
the
guess I
secret
can
I'm
take-
giving you an out, Roxanne. I'm giving you an out, and you
Okay.
ain't taking it, gamer.
I guess I can take the secret passage.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
through the mountains, and that gets you into here. Yeah.
and that gets you into the graveyard.
I go start setting up a bed on one of the
Man.
tombs.
I knew it was a graveyard shift, but this is
screw that.
ridiculous.
I stay here. I'm supposed to stay here, make sure nobody fucks with stuff. So please don't fuck with stuff.
I wasn't going to.
Check that out. Check that out. He points
What?
to this crypt.
Alright, could we possibly
And-
check that out next time?
Next time, yes.
Yes.
As all of you
Closing
walk
in on
to
3
it.
hours.
Oh,
We'll
my
pick up
brain
you
is
looking at
fried
the
if you
crypt.
can't tell.
Next time.
Me too.
Sweet Jesus.
It was bound to happen. You know
Yeah,
it's
you-
Czar.
It wasn't. It wasn't bound to happen.
It
You
was
said it
bound
didn't
to
have
happen, Czar. It was bound to happen. Let's be real
It's a canon
here.
event. It's a canon.
Listen, on the bright side, you created so much chaos that it's possible to take them longer to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Also,
rather than
Fucking hope
instantly.
so.
tomorrow's
But
also a
You gave
holiday.
them- This is like Tegan.
And nobody works on a
deciding-
holiday.
This is like Spice, Tegan's first character. He's like, oh, my trident that is specifically made from the place I'm from, which is nowhere near here. Oh no, it got killed by a rust monster. I will leave it here in memory. And then later wonders why the wizards figured out who did the thing.
Okay, but also we did crash that into the ground.
You did, and then they investigated it. And the guards didn't find it, but the wizard did.
Isn't tomorrow like a holiday?
But the
too?
wizard's dead now, so why do I have to care?
Yes, tomorrow is the beginning of a holiday, which is why he mentioned morning prayer. You guys,
So I have the cover
tomorrow
of
morning.
the-
You also might have some cover.
I have the cover of the holiday. The cover that it's a giant drug factory. So now the
They
guards
don't
are.
want- you're right. They definitely turn down the guards when the guards show up. That is true.
I don't think they want the guards.
No, we
investigating.
don't need anybody. We don't need any help. We got this.
Yeah, we
just start
it- it
finding
just
out
felt-
who did it. You know, I hear they went that
Don't go
way.
in that. Don't go in that room. What?
There's definitely no illegal stills in that room.
there's literally not illegal substances on the premise anymore. You stole
Okay,
them.
that is true. But they don't know that.
That is true. They wouldn't know that.
They would just be under. They would just be
Unless
worried
they
about the
check-
giant
Yeah, but if they-
explosion.
Even if they got
okay.
searched, though, they wouldn't find anything illegal.
Unless
you
they-
took all the illegal evidence with you.
They wouldn't know that there was illegal substance, that they didn't have illegal substances in there, unless they check while there's police on the premises.
Yeah.
So that's
No,
going to
so
be
yeah,
a
they would
whole
turn the
lot
police away.
for them to actually give
So
themselves
I don't have to
up
worry
like
about
that.
the city guard. I just have to worry about that organization going
No.
after Scaly Dave.
You don't know what
Scaly
kind of
Dan.
detectives there are. You don't know what kind of detectives.
I assume Scaly Dan
there
is a
are.
play on like Steely
It's
Dan.
okay. Scaly Dan.
I mean, not really. It was just the first name I thought of.
Oh, okay.
See-
I
Is that
just
Scaly
assumed we were
Daniel?
going for the
I'm
singer
never-
motif. You
I'm
know,
never punished.
David Bowie, Steely Dan.
Never
You said
Punish.
never
Holy shit,
punish,
I
but the
didn't-
punishes everyone else. Your reputation with the rest of the party goes down. That's your punishment.
Did I ever have reputations with them?
Actually, yes, you were starting to gain it, and then
Somehow
you
it
did this
can
shit.
go lower.
Like you were starting to like be well behaved and like do like direct your chaotic energy towards things that were good for the party, and then the fire.
You
bomb
left
situation
me
happened.
alone.
I'm on a
Too
beach
long.
and it's nice
I
and
thought I-
cold. I'm on a beach and it's nice and cold.
I thought I could trust you this time. I
You
thought
left
you
me
demonstrated
alone.
enough good behavior.
Well,
You left me
Oh,
alone for
thank-
too long.
Thank you for the follow.
It didn't give me
Ray.
a purpose.
oh yeah,
You left
Shave
me
Dice,
alone.
hello. Yeah, they were
You
here
left
too.
me
They were
Is it
alone.
Shame
follow.
Dice Rye or Ray?
left
Shit
me
does
alone
that.
for too long, where I was able, where I wasn't didn't have a purpose, so I found myself a purpose.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Let's send. Who should we raid? Question
Who
mark.
shall
Shall we
Orcish.
raid?
Listen, at the end of the day,
Oh yeah, Orcish
it's
is true.
okay.
At the end of the
because
day,
it's a
it's
game.
night.
It's just a
Oh,
game, and I
alright.
That
never
is
would
true,
send a
that is
pipe
true.
bomb to anybody.
Oh, I know, and this isn't a like. I'm not upset with you at all, Naska. It's
Okay.
Roxanne.
Bob's upset with
Roxanne, however.
Roxanne, and I'm kind of incredulous about what happened. But I'm
I
not
think
upset
it's
with you as well.
I think it was inevitable. I think it was gonna happen either way. I'm gonna be honest
To
here.
be fair,
There's no
I
way
just-
that wasn't happening.
listen,
We
I just
let them
love how
buy dynamite.
in Baldur's
That's our
Gate
bad.
and in this game, somehow Naska always manages to give me multiple chances to put them in jail.
We
like, it's-
we
I
let
have-
Roxanne buy dynamite. This is our bad, Bob.
Like
We let
listen,
them buy
we were playing
dynamite.
Bob was waiting outside. He wasn't watching the purchases.
This is our
Look, Zara,
fault.
in Baldur's
This is
Gate,
we could have
I
stopped
snuck into a
this.
building without them, right? I snuck into a building without them. And I got caught and lied my way out, right?
I got caught and got
then
out the first
Naska
time.
ran into the building and got caught by the same guard because he was still there, standing there talking to me.
I got caught the first time I was able to get out, and I don't know why it made me do it again
You-
a second time.
Naska made it like 5 feet out of the building that they had run into while I was talking to the guard, and then got caught by the same guard again. And I think it's because Tegan summoned a cat, which I think reset the guard's like
I
perception.
cast summon cat. I was doing that the whole time though. It's not like
but it
I
just happened
changed
to, like,
anything.
line up. No, it's Naska's fault. Right, like
I will-
Naska ran into the building we knew
accept
was
the-
against the
I will
rules to
accept
be.
the first
cast
time.
cat.
The
All right,
first time
guys.
was definitely my fault.
Okay,
The second
yeah, I
time,
think-
I have no idea
Should we
why
just raid
it made
Orcish?
me do it again.
Yeah.
I'm starting the raid for Orcish, yeah.
Is it Orcish?
Alright.
Yeah.
Slash raid Orcish.
But to be
Also,
fair,
my
they
issue-
didn't punish me with it.
All right. Thank
All
you
right.
I
all
have
for
so
watching.
many possible character
Watch you all for
concepts
thinking.
from bad
Have
times.
yourselves
I
a
don't
very
know
merry
what
little
I'm
Christmas,
gonna
and
for watching,
go
everybody.
enjoy this Baldur's Gate stream by our
It's
DM
not working. How do you
Orcish
spell
friends
Orcish
for the
fence again?
Pathfinder game over on Sunday.
ORCIH and then fence.
ORCISHFENCE.
One word, right?
Yes.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. See you on
yeah,
Sunday.
It just keeps.
See you on Sunday.
Oh,
I might
Orcish
stream
friends.
Baldur's tomorrow, but
Thank you all for watching.
but yeah, have a wonderful day, y'all. Night. Have a wonderful night.
What a wonderful time of day.